everybody. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, my God, guys. It's Friday, and Donnie Fandango joins us this morning. Oh, I got the right microphone on. What do you want? Oh, you got 6 over there, Donnie.
Yeah, I'm right here.
All right, you got 6.
There we go.
Can you move to 5? I'm sorry. For the camera. There we go.
What's with that? Like the
There we
camera won't. Is the camera on 5? Mic 5?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it works that way.
I see.
But, hey, Donnie.
Hey,
Boy,
what's going on,
I
everybody?
tell you what, if you could have heard the conversation prior to the microphones being turned on.
I was
Like, Lern and Moon just putting the screws to Donnie, like, you haven't watched Game of Thrones?
Man, I was so
Like, what an
turned on.
idiot this guy. And, like, peer pressure.
We are.
What are you doing with your life?
Hey, dude, you never smoked marijuana? Come on, man. You smoke
man.
it.
We
It's gonna
were
change your
drug
life.
pushing. We were drug
Jesus.
pushing hard.
The thing about it is there is so much good content out there right now, like TV show-wise. I feel like I miss a lot of things while still
But it's
watching
not Game
a
of
lot of
Thrones, man,
things.
dude. It's got
Yeah.
boobies,
Take a
it's
hit
got
off of
wieners,
this.
it's dragons.
Like what?
It's got it all. Oh my God.
I've seen the South Park spoof of Game of Thrones with George R. Martin and the penises.
Wiener, wiener,
Which is just
wiener, wiener.
brilliant. Brilliant. But that's about as far as we've gotten in
Jeez,
that
man.
world.
He doesn't want to see it.
I don't know. See, that's
He
the thing.
doesn't want to watch
See,
it.
if he said I didn't want to watch it, then we never would have said anything. But he gave us just these little crumbs.
A
He's
little
like, well,
bit of hope.
Yeah, he gave us just a little interest. Which Donnie, you don't do that. We'll,
I don't
we'll
understand.
attack
Like,
you.
what is his watching?
Because I want him to be in that universe with me. Like I want you, I love
too.
you, and I want your brain. I want us to have a talk. Like I want to pass you in the hallway, and you start watching it. I want you to go, Learn. Oh my God, Peter Dinklage, and I want us to have a conversation.
You can talk about other things.
Yeah, I just now I feel like I'm letting you guys down. Is really where
Donnie, you gotta
it's
watch
really
it.
where I feel like I'm at.
Wiener, 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 wiener.
I mean, how could you resist this?
Wiener, 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 next to another wiener. Wiener, wiener, two wieners alongside yet another wiener. Wiener party, party party. Wieners nice and soft, non-erect wieners. Flopping wieners, flopping flop. I mean, you're missing all this, Donnie.
This should be the intro to this show.
Yeah. It was for a while.
It was for a while, yeah. Yes, it was. Donnie, you watch
man.
what you want to watch.
Thanks.
Although now there's the actor strike, which I'm sure you get into during Crap on Celebrities.
yes.
Now this is going to give us an opportunity to catch up on some of the old shows we haven't watched.
Yeah.
That's right. It's like the pandemic all over again.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there.
So I know that like most normal people do this, but up until the last couple of weeks, I have not. A couple of months, I have not. But I am actually utilizing the My List features on all of my streaming services, so that I don't end up watching the same episodes of The Office 64 times in a row.
So is that like the suggestions?
No. Like like you put your stuff, like the stuff that you want to watch.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? That you haven't seen
Your
yet.
queue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I've been using that lately. So I've been moving through some things, but man, there's still, again, there's just so much out there. Like Succession. I heard that's so great. Never seen it. Not even
it's
an
good.
episode.
It's good.
So,
It's good. What am I? I'm finishing up Barry. Excellent.
Barry is so good.
let me tell you about that.
Oh.
I have been sitting on the last 10 minutes of that last episode for like 2 weeks because I don't want to know what happens. I'm not even
I got
like
like 2 episodes.
I'm so invested. I love that show so goddamn much. Like
You just don't want it to end.
I don't want it to end. Dude, everything, tell me something that Henry Winkler has been in that has not been awesome.
Yeah.
Like everything, like even his little parts in Arrested Development as the lawyer or whatever.
Water
It's just
Boy.
great.
Water Boy, yeah, he's the
Water
coach.
Boy. So fantastic.
So I got 2 episodes of that left. I'm still going through It's Always Sunny. Mm-hmm. What am I in the middle of watching? Like I finished Succession. I finished Miss Maisel.
Finish Billions. Finish Severance.
Have any of you guys watched The Righteous Gemstones?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I haven't started the
He's
new
out.
season yet.
You said you're out.
It's so good.
The new
I love
season
it.
is excellent.
I-
Excellent.
I just love it.
Yeah, I loved the first season.
The first season I thought was just amazing because I didn't know what the hell, like where it was all coming from.
Yeah.
But just as it's progressed, man, not only do I love the show in and of itself, but that collection of actors and actresses.
Oh, yeah.
Holy
The
Toledo.
new season's great.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I loved it. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I loved it. It's just at some point, it was season 2 or is this season 3
This
right
is
now?
season 3.
It was either at some point in season 2 or season 3. I feel like they were going like 3 lines too much every scene. I was just like,
Oh, no, the storyline going through this latest season is great.
I thought it was going to end last season. I really did. I didn't think there was a 3rd season that was going to happen, and then it kind of came out of nowhere. To me, I was probably just disconnected.
I think the cast thought that the 2nd season was probably the end.
Well, no, because I thought that they had some production issues because of COVID. So they were I think the 2nd season got pushed back further than they would have liked it to, because they had to do like all of that season, I think, in like on an estate in South Carolina or something. So I'm not. I just that whole thing, growing up in the church and then like watching that show, there is just something about it that just
hits home.
It's the spot.
yeah, dude.
It's a good show.
Yeah, for sure.
There's so much stuff to watch. Again, with
There
the
is so
actor
much
strike,
stuff.
and who knows how long this is going to last.
Right. I mean, it's already been 3 months.
Well, the writers, the writers have been on strike for 3 months. Now the actors join.
I think this will be fast. I hope it is, because now your moneymakers are gone. You know what I'm saying? You get the actors involved, and they're standing in solidarity. Things are going to hopefully start moving a little faster.
Hollywood is shut down, guys.
Man, but the article I read about it said that like they are massively far apart on most things. So like they think that this could be one that goes like for a while.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know. It's the last one since Ronald Reagan was the head of whatever the last
like
time.
the Marilyn Monroe days when Ronald Reagan was head of the union. So it's this could be a while, but again, we have plenty of stuff to watch.
And
This
you know
is
what?
a chance to catch up on stuff.
And this is the room of experts here. I mean, it is damn near.
Right here.
This is research.
Right here. What do you guys want to watch? You ask us, and
we know our stuff.
We'll let
we are
you know.
so passionate. We start screaming about who's stupid and who's not.
That's
on
right.
TV. Dude, I like doing the new shows, old shows, new shows, old, just kind of keeping it fresh.
Back
you know
and
what I mean? Like I'm considering going back and doing Eastbound and Down.
you know what? I skipped out after I think the 2nd season. I'll go back and watch
I did
that.
too.
Vice Principals.
finish it.
I was just going to say that. They only did one season, right?
Yeah.
Every episode is mind-blowing. And also,
You watch Vice Principals?
Vice Principal.
It's the same.
no.
dude,
It's
it's
the
Danny
same-
McBride and all those guys.
Same Righteous Gemstones.
What is
crew.
that on?
HBO Max.
Oh,
Or Max or whatever.
What
It's
about
the
Vice?
same-
Did you ever watch Vice?
It's the same crew as Righteous Gemstones.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Just reimagined.
But just they were all working at school.
Nice.
And they're
start
all
that.
horrible people.
Great.
Like that's basically the thread that runs through all those shows.
Danny McBride's always a horrible person.
There's a horrible person.
But I also think he does a really great job with those shows of knowing when to stop. Like Eastbound and Down, maybe that went on an episode or something too long. But Vice Principals, one season. I doubt Righteous Gemstone goes on for 10 seasons.
Sorry,
He went to Mexico, I was
Vice.
out.
Yeah, that's when I stopped too. But I think I want to go back and finish it out.
What's wrong with Mexico?
Not Vice, by the way.
Nothing.
Veep.
It was like
Veep.
it was like you could have ended it.
Oh.
But
No,
now
that's
we're
cute.
going to Mexico.
No.
Yeah, but the only reason that started to redeem itself a little bit is because Don Johnson made a few episodes as a cameo as Kenny's dad.
Well, you had me at Johnson. I'm back in. Back in.
And so there are some funny things, but largely it did jump the shark a little bit.
So we're doing some newer shows, but we just finished The Wire too because everybody said that was the best. That's the best show ever made.
maybe I'll
and
give
dude,
that a shot.
they were totally right. It took a while because it was kind of gritty and 90s looking because it is old. It was like 2000 or 2001. Dude, that is maybe the most well-made show. You will think about it all day. All day, you're like, man, I gotta know what they're doing.
That's one I've wanted to watch. I just finished The Sopranos for like the 5th time because I cannot get.
Well,
enough
if you
of that
watch
show.
early seasons of The Sopranos, you go, this is definitely the
straight
90s.
90s.
Well, 100%.
It is straight late 90s.
Well, like what they're wearing and
Oh,
what
yeah.
they're saying.
Yeah,
oh
dude,
man,
the cars. I mean,
Absolutely.
just watching them driving cars, you're like, wow, that was.
Did I tell you
my
about
life.
my Sopranos audition?
no.
Man.
They were holding open auditions for The Sopranos. Like, nobody knew what it was. And this was 1998.
How old were you?
20.
Okay.
And I swear that every person with the vowel at the end of their last name was invited
Yes.
to try out for The Sopranos.
You'd be perfect on that show.
There was so every Italian person in the New York metropolitan area went to New Jersey and they lined up.
This is their American Idol for New Yorkers.
Yes, only Italians. It was 40,000 Italian people waiting in line to audition for an unnamed David Chase show. Nobody knew what it was.
Right.
Wow.
But I think the ad was, hey, if you're Italian,
Well, because I thought I'd heard, because I'm listening to the
if you know what gabagool is,
Dude,
you're eligible.
I've listened to the podcast that goes with the show, and like I thought that I'd heard them say that they did open auditions a couple of different times at like Hilton's in
in New Jersey.
Yeah, in New Jersey for some of the folks.
Open auditions.
I did an open audition for, remember the soccer movie, The Game of Their Lives?
Oh, yeah. Gavin Rossdale
was in it. So I was like, it was filming in St. Louis. Gavin Rossdale was in it. So my mom and I, and like two of my high school teachers, 2005, we got in line because they were filming it, auditions for On the Hill.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even get to the audition room. Like we stayed in line for hours. Like people were just going to those little markets on the hill and buying lunch and just camping out. And we just said, screw it. Like the line was so long. But yeah, you would have been perfect in The Sopranos.
I forget what you go in front of like a panel, like, all right, not Italian enough. Next, what? What's your last name? Rizzuto. Okay. Okay. Nah.
Did you have your spiky? What you like? You didn't look like you look now. So like maybe it was like you're too alternative
I forgot what
looking.
line I had to read. Again, it was like an unnamed David Chase project.
Yeah.
Were you rocking green hair or pink hair?
No, blue hair.
Blue hair.
Yeah, they were like,
No, that
"Get the
came
hell
like
outta
a year
here."
or two later.
Oh, okay.
With your cool ball
Well,
necklace.
hey, it was the 90s, okay?
Hey.
It was the late 90s.
I dated every version of
1998, okay?
that. Okay.
Anyway, last night was the Pinewood Derby. The Rizz Show had a car entered in the Cool Fire Media Pinewood Derby
Yes.
to benefit the Ollie Hinkle Heart Foundation.
How'd we do?
We didn't do great.
Well, I wonder.
If you want to show the car,
I wonder why we didn't do great.
Do you want me to tweet out or to show the photos of the people?
Yeah. There were some. It was like 40 cars there. Again, it was all for it was a charitable thing. Mm-hmm. I know, Donnie, you're.
You got the wheels too close here. What are you doing?
I had to use a spacer. I literally used a wheel spacer. Nobody helped me, okay?
Excuse me.
Except for Lern and Tim.
Thank you. I'm on the phone with him Sunday.
I did have to modify, some of your, because you couldn't make the cuts
It's
like I wanted to. Nobody helped me except for Lern and Tim.
Tim, I showed him the car last night because you were at Olive and Oak. And I go, the Derby's tonight. He goes, let me look at what Rizz did to the car. And I showed me. He goes, that's not what we made for him at all. I go, look. It's his car. He can do what he wants. But you did do the flag, which Tim was like suggesting.
Tim wanted a flag, so I put a Rizz Show flag on it.
Did that slow it down?
Yes,
It did.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, not a good idea from
Yes,
my
it
husband.
did.
Thank you for highlighting that. Yes, Tim.
As a matter of fact, like during the car raced 3 times. Lost twice, and one of the guys goes, do you want to take the flag off? Because that is causing drag on the car. And once we took the flag off, we won. We won one of the heats.
All right.
There you go.
Hey, there's something.
But some of these cars that these particular companies brought, I mean, you could tell like an engineer from MIT worked on this thing.
Right.
Someone with
Gorgeous.
tools.
Well, and that's
Somebody who gave a crap. I glued a couple Rizz Show logos on it. Cut out a Rizz Show logo to make a flag and spray painted it kind of like gold.
I let you down. I'm sorry. We talked a big game.
We talked a big game.
I was unavailable.
I had to enter something.
For the engineering phase.
I might as well have just raced a block of wood.
And Rafe was upset because we were supposed to, fashion this car to look like his blade toe. And so he had to go out of town. And so
who's going to do?
Who's going to
race
that?
it? Like all right, let's carve the Pinewood Derby car into a toe. Who's going to do that?
Yeah,
I tried.
That does seem difficult.
Who's going to do that? Yeah. I don't know how to woodwork anything. Like I had to have the car in for inspection on Wednesday.
Did you have a pocket knife? You just start whittling.
I whittled
Whittling
that.
toes.
Tim had a miter saw, and I don't understand what that meant. I thought it was
It cuts
table.
angles.
Okay, well, it looked like a table saw to me. So I thought, we have a table saw in our garage. So Tim's out there building us a bench, and on Sunday I go, oh my God, you got to cut this car because we got the Derby on Thursday. And he's shimmying it, and we're texting you, like, what do you want this thing to look like?
Sunday night.
And then Tim is going, I think I'm going to cut my hand off because this saw was because the little piece of wood that you got to cut these cars out of are itty bitty, And this miter saw is essentially like a huge, gnarly looking blade. Anyway.
Like these cars that were entered were like gorgeous.
Well, you could even see, like, back when Dexter did it, like, you could see the dads that, like, sort of had that, flair amongst themselves to do those cars.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those dads. I can't.
And like, the Pinewood Derby for like, Cub Scouts is supposed to be, like, father and son supposed to work on this together.
Yes.
Right.
There were cars that were entered, like, when I was a kid, during the Pinewood Derby. Clearly, the kid had nothing to do with it.
Right.
Right.
Clearly, the kid had no input at all. Dad was all like, "Don't touch it. I got it."
Right.
Yep.
We'll just put
Same when I
we'll
was a
just
kid.
put both our names on it.
Right. Go inside, do your homework.
Go inside.
wanna
I
finish
got this. So some of these cars last night, again, these were adults. I think the Missouri Cannabis Association had a car, and they had 2 joints as like
As rockets?
afterburners. Yeah,
That's
that were
great.
lit. That were lit as it ran down the track.
That's brilliant.
That is hero work
Did they
right
get points for design? Because weren't there awards given for design?
Design. They were slowest car.
Yeah.
Slowest car. Design. We would have won the worst design, by the way.
We should have gone for slowest car. I didn't know that was an award. We could have
could've
easily
waited
done
down.
Oh no, there was a car there that didn't make it down the track.
because they were going for that. Had to be.
No, I was sitting next to the guy that was
Oh, no.
whose car that was. It was not going for that. It wound up being that way. Anyway. Wow. Anyway, I sent Lern as well. I sent all you guys the videos of the 2 runs. The first run I was trying to film. I was so excited that I didn't catch the ending.
So you know what? I'll do the second. I'll put the second one up.
Put the winning run.
Yeah, just to kind of give us some good press.
Yeah, just for good press.
We're doing it for good press.
So again, there was like 40 cars entered, and it was luck of the draw when your car went, and it was a bracket style thing. 8 different groups. Of course, we were in the 8th group, so I had to stay.
I had to be there the whole time.
They started racing cars at 7, and I'm waiting for my car to come up, and it was the final group. I was like, oh, it's after 8 o'clock. I keep looking at my watch.
You were
And it
texting late. I was like, whoa, boy.
I hate staying out
I
after
know
8
you
o'clock,
do.
honestly.
No.
And by the way, Webster Groves, it was at Olive and Oak. They have a big like catering hall at Olive and Oak. You ever been there for dinner?
I have
Oh, yeah.
not.
Great place. They have have you ever been there?
Nope.
It's amazing food.
Delicious.
They got a big like catering space there, a big event space.
Oh,
Awesome.
Yeah, it looks great. Ooh,
Webster
look at
Groves.
that. I'm starving.
I'd like to spend more time down there. It's a nice little town.
Wonderful.
Parking sucks.
Not great.
Not great for parking.
Yeah. Even going like, I love Euclid Records there. And if there's anything going on in Webster to where like the parking garage behind their store was full, man, you're going to be circling for a bit, you know? But, you know, man, I mean, it's a little extra work to go to a really great store. So I don't mind doing it.
Yeah, you circle the block a couple times. Man, I had to pee so bad leaving. And I'm like, man, it takes me a half hour to get home. It's like 8:20. By the time I get home, it's going to be almost 9 o'clock. I got to go to bed. I got to get up early. You know, wah. So after my car wins, I'm sorry, our car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our car.
No, it can be
After
yours.
it wins
it's
that
fine.
final-
You know what?
You did majority of the work. You
After
can
it wins
take all
that
the
final
credit.
race, I leave triumphantly, wave to the crowd as, to applause. Actually, they carried me out.
They did?
I've
Holding
seen-
flowers in one
carried
hand,
me out.
car in the other. Yep.
Like you do when you win the Indy 500, they put a wreath around your neck and I'm drinking
There's milk. Yeah. You're pouring milk all over
they
yourself.
carried me out of the building. And the line for the bathroom was tremendous. And at that point, my eyeballs were swimming. Mm-hmm. But I really want to go home. All right, fine, I'm going to leave. Maybe in the parking lot. I parked in the parking lot. I'm like, maybe I'm going to pee next to my car.
Wow, really?
And where were we parked?
I didn't realize I was parked next to a school.
Okay. Doesn't sound like a great idea, Bubba.
Now,
Local A-list magazine celebrity Scott Rizzuto was arrested last night.
I didn't do it. But I thought about it.
Yeah.
And all I thought was, there's a school right here.
You did the right thing.
Like, it's pretty well hidden. I'm not going to pee in the parking lot. No.
No. Good for you.
But
Proud of you.
I thought about it. And in my mind, I'm already in cuffs and explaining why I'm on a sex offender list. The people of St. Louis. But I did not, so thank you.
Glad to hear
Thank
that.
you.
Good.
Thank you. And Lern tell your husband thank you for helping me with the car.
I will.
I know some money was raised last night. It was a very nice charity event. No thanks to Moon.
I apologize. Yeah, I'll let you down, man. It was just wrong. These are not the months to get help from me.
You got a lot going on, bud.
All right. Well, when I said I entered the Pinewood Derby, man, your eyes lit up.
Dude, I was stoked. I thought
we were going to do this together.
Had I not had a couple unforeseen things, I'd have had some hours for it because I was in. I was going to borrow tools. I had already lined them up.
I'm at my kitchen table. I'm like, what am I going to do with this thing?
Oh,
I'm weighing it.
I gave you a bag of paints. This is like the first thing that I got to kind of help you with as like a side thing that you had going on. And so I told him, I go, we got to do well at this. We can't let him down.
Well,
I considered handing you one of our 5 Derby cars at home and just saying, here, put a Rizz Show logo on. Take this. It's from 1987. I'm serious. I have all my old ones.
I did, for a moment, think of just buying a pre-made one and just racing.
Oh,
what?
no way.
No, we will never sell out.
You definitely would have had to use mine before that. You can't do that. You got to use one that
it's not in the
somebody
spirit,
in the show
it's
crafted.
It's not in the spirit of it, but I did think about it.
I got one that's designed like an old World War II plane. That was kind of cool. That was my first one.
I did think about just buying a pre-made one because you could go onto Amazon and they're there.
I think that's, just being truthful here. I think that's probably the route that I would have went. 100%. But I have legitimately no skills as far as woodworking,
art,
like at all. So it's probably just better for my own safety if I don't try to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty pathetic, I'll be honest with you.
Compared
to next year, okay?
But did you have fun? And was money raised?
Money was raised. Fun was had.
You did a great thing. We appreciate you representing us, and I appreciate both.
I sure did. I put on a collared shirt, too. I wore a collared shirt and non-ripped pants.
And didn't pee in a parking lot
and
next to a
didn't pee in the
school.
parking lot. So, yep, it was a good night.
Very good.
All right, so it's Friday. I got some of these leftover story stuff I didn't get to this week that I want to discuss. Here's a fun hypothetical. Would you rather achieve minor success while you're alive but then forgotten, or achieve no success until you're gone but be remembered and respected for hundreds of years?
Oh man, success while I'm here.
Same.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy it.
Same.
Yeah, I want my family to reap the benefits of things, not like.
Yeah, but think about generationally.
No.
Like generations of your family.
Oh yeah, because we're just meeting Einsteins all over the place and going, hey, let me reward you for something someone did.
Yeah, but maybe Einstein's family right now is reaping the benefits of his legacy.
I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think the planet works in like perfect perpetuity like that. And I'm not going to bet on it either. If I have this opportunity, I ain't taking that bet.
So the question is, would you rather achieve minor success while you're alive, but then forgotten, or achieve no success until you're gone, but be remembered and respected for hundreds of years?
And I'll say this too.
I'm going for the success while alive because I'm dead, so who cares?
Right, and I've shifted a lot on that too. When I was younger, I felt like the need to like make a mark. Maybe not the need, but like the drive to really like. Whether it was change something or affect something or like put something out into the world. That's, I think, one of the draws of music or writing songs that wasn't originally there for me, but like probably step 2. And it was like, oh man, like this is an opportunity to like really say something and make a mark that outlasts me. Mm-hmm. And I have no interest in that anymore.
But that makes sense, though. It makes sense that you would, that would be an initial thing.
Yeah, and I think that's a drive for a lot of us as younger people, and I think, and I'm not saying that it like withered away in some like bad way. I just think I've grasped the enormity of eternity and my place in it.
I don't know,
and I'm not as egotistical about it.
Even when you're younger, I don't know. I tend to think that we're more selfish and go me now.
Yeah, I guess that's what I mean. The ego's driving it a bit more.
I don't know. Give me it all now.
Yeah.
You want to reap what you sow.
I got to tell you, this is a real nice ride I'm on right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
yeah.
A lot better than I thought I'd be.
Now think about people who had no success when they were here, and then when they're gone, like Van Gogh. Van Gogh, that dude.
Yeah, it's just tragic.
That dude only sold one painting in his life. Now he's remembered as one of the greatest artists of all time.
Yeah.
Tragedy.
They just moved the lily pads back into the slam.
Emily Dickinson, the author. Famous when she was dead. Edgar Allan Poe,
Yeah.
famous when he's dead.
Hot gosh.
Jane Austen, Bach, Oscar Wilde, singer Jeff Buckley.
Oh, Jeff Buckley.
Yeah.
Jeff Buckley. Not until he died did anybody really know who he was.
Riddle me this. Have you ever done anything and really tried hard and then reaped nothing from it, and then you were appreciated for it much later, and had that feeling where like, where the hell were you 4 years ago?
I can't remember. I'm sure.
Oh man, I was in a band, one of my early bands, and dude, I worked so hard. I wasn't sleeping. I mean, I was working so hard to do things. And yes, now I can see that like building those first steps were a huge part of like building a career. But man, nobody was at shows. Nobody. We worked so freaking hard, played all these shows, and then when we weren't in a band anymore, everywhere we went, people were like, "Oh my God, I loved your band." I was
where
like,
the hell were you then?
didn't. I know all the faces that loved my band. Where were you when I was trying to eat?
Who cares about glory if you're not there to enjoy it?
I agree.
But what about your kids? You know what I say? F them kids.
F them kids.
Hey, what? You got to make sure that's in context.
So somebody polled 15,000 Americans and asked them that question. Would you rather achieve minor success while you're alive but then be forgotten, or achieve no success until you're gone, be remembered or respected? America is split. Half of us would take the little success now. The other half just want the glory later on. So, okay. Okay, now speaking of polls and the way we're thinking, the way we do it, let's see how we match up against America.
Okay.
Someone polled people to find out how popular different gross habits are. And here are 5 gross things, and let's see how you stand with America. Do you pick your wedgies in public?
Yes.
Or do you suffer through it until you could find a bathroom?
Brother, you know I spend heavy money on underwear, high quality underwear. There are no wedgies involved in my life.
Yeah, I can't remember when the last time I had a wedgie.
What am I? If I'm wearing a cheap swimsuit and I get the net up there, yeah, I'm picking that out. But other than that, it ain't happening.
Guys ever, and this is like a legit question that I want you to be honest about. Have you ever worn like a man thong?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
For a joke.
For a joke?
Yeah, on stage a couple times.
Because like I think, and I don't know, ladies, like get at me, I guess, but I feel like women, we wear like thongs and G-strings and things like that. So it's just, you don't even feel your underwear. There is no wedgie, but like if I'm at the gym, then I get a wedgie and then I'm picking that wedgie.
If you had a wedgie in
right.
public, you're digging it out?
Yeah, but I'm not like getting up in there. Like I'm like, I'm pulling off the side of my pants or whatever.
Okay.
You know.
Donnie, I'm assuming just pick it out? Or were you being discreet?
In the I just don't remember the last time that it happened. For one, as a boxer guy, I would assume that's probably why. But yeah, I mean, listen, man, I'm too old to really care very much anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it on the sly, but I'm definitely not going to be uncomfortable.
You got to
Hell
do
no.
you got to do the duck looking over his shoulder. This thing.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Us are pickers.
You try that first, and then you use a hand.
So 74% of us are pickers if you got a wedgie, but most did say they try to be discreet about it. But bonus points if you sniff your fingers when you're done. Come on, man.
Yeah, dude. If you're gonna do it, do it.
What are you doing?
Kindergarten all over again.
Here's another one. Do you ever take phone calls on the toilet?
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I mute it. Like I was doing this yesterday with Tim. He called. Things were happening at my house. I was sitting there, and I kept muting it. So he'd be when he would be talking, I would mute it so I could do whatever I needed to do. And he didn't know. He was none the
Do you
wiser.
announce that you're on the toilet?
Not to him, I don't.
But
to my sister, yes.
Okay. So you would say, "I'm on the toilet."
Sister on the phone. She and I been peeing in front of each other since she was born. So yeah, she doesn't care.
I only do that if it's a super echoey bathroom and there's no way it's to be hidden. So I don't want to like seem like I'm trying to be in there on the sly. I'd be like,
Well, I mean,
I'm
you
in
could
the
say
bathroom.
I'm on my submarine.
Yeah, right. I've never done it in a public bathroom, and the only reason I'm even thinking about that is because we went out of town. We did a day trip yesterday to go look at something, and when we were coming back, what was it, Taco Bell or something? We stopped at a Taco Bell, and my wife was waiting for the bathroom, and she hears the gal in there on the phone, and she looks at me, and she's like waiting, and she's like, "This gal's on the phone in here. What are we doing?"
Yeah, in public, no.
Yeah, no.
Dudes, have you been in the bathroom here and had people be on the phone? I've been in the bathroom here and had people be on the phone.
One
Yeah, it's
lady
weird.
at this building is always on the phone.
Like that's her
doing
other
business.
office?
Oh, yeah.
Really? It's the echo chamber in there too. I mean, that's you're not hiding it.
Well, and then I feel like I have to adjust because now I'm worried about her phone call. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be like blowing. It's not Oppenheimer in there. It's
that's
like
when you turn it up.
No, I mean, I don't know if I'm turning it up, but you know what? I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah,
and you just happen to be
I'm here for business.
Right.
We're sharing space here.
it was mainly the flush. It was like, oh my God, I'm done with my
Yeah,
experience
but
in here.
that's for her.
Oh, yeah.
That's
and we have
for her
automatic
to
flushers.
That's
and
for
so
her
I'm going,
to explain.
What if this is a big business deal that she couldn't get off the phone for? Maybe she's got
What if
ideas.
she- yeah.
I don't know.
She's on the phone in the bathroom because it's a big deal trying to close
Yeah.
a life-changing deal for
Yes.
Hubbard Radio.
Learn I couldn't close because of your auto flush.
The hardest working woman in the business was in the bathroom that day because she was taking the call.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So do you ever take phone calls on the toilet? 62% of us do. Yes, I do, including 13% who say they do it all the time.
More likely for me too, because Donnie, I don't know if you know this, but I sit to pee.
Huh.
At home, at least.
Now, if I'm on the phone,
Nothing wrong with that.
if I'm on the phone
I
with
know.
somebody and I'm on the toilet, I will not announce it. I will not tell them.
Have you ever been on the phone with any of us when you've been on the toilet?
Probably.
Yeah, your bathroom doesn't echo though.
Yeah, I have soundproofing.
Oh,
Well,
it's like a
my-
radio
for
studio
these
in there.
reasons.
My master bath
As
doesn't.
if it's a
acoustics.
studio.
Right.
Yeah, it's good acoustics.
My master bath doesn't echo. My downstairs bathroom does. And if I'm on, I mean, that doesn't really happen. But if it were to happen, I'd be like, hey, what's going on? I'm in the bathroom, Rizz. Go on. And then
Yeah, I'm not
I'd just-
telling you.
I'd throw it out there.
I'm not going to tell you. Do you find pimple popping videos satisfying?
I love it.
Oh no, I do not.
I do not.
Oh, my God. It's so gross.
It is so gross,
know.
you guys.
So gross.
It is gross. I will admit that. But somehow I like it.
Dude,
I like doing it. I like doing it. I don't wish.
Do you love it?
I'm not going to say that I love it, but I do like it. I know that sounds stupid or
I do not like it.
or gross, but there's something real about that.
I got that. I kind of got like borderline like that trypophobia where you have a disgust of like holes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I kind of got a little bit of that going on. And so for me, I'm not saying that I don't pop my own pimples at home, but like watching somebody get like a massive cystic,
Yeah.
blackhead out grosses me out so bad. And it looks so gross.
It does look gross, but there's like a relief to it. There's like a I don't know, man. I see it as healthy. Yeah, like, oh, look at that. That person is now better.
Mary watches that Dr. Pimple Popper show.
Oh.
And so I will be downstairs watching a ball game, and I'll walk up the stairs. Hey, honey, what's... Oh, like it is like on the
But
big
those are not
TV.
pimples. Those are like cysts
I
that are
just-
drained, and it's like, oh, we got it.
Yeah, those things are wild. They look like animals are coming out of people.
Yeah, what is in that?
It's like an egg.
Ugh.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
One time, not to gross everybody out, but one time I had to go to urgent care because I had like this weird, like, I had like this bump on my inner thigh that kept like getting bigger and it hurt really bad. And I was like, I don't know what the hell this is. So I went to urgent care and the guy's like, ooh, you might have like it's like a cystic sac of pus.
I had that, like on my inner thigh.
Yeah. And so he goes, I'm going to numb your thigh. And he goes, and we're going to essentially slice this open. I watched, and so you're fully awake.
I did the
with
same.
Okay.
I think
You kidding?
I had the same thing
You
done.
guys are sack sisters.
We are sack sisters. I watched him take out, he opened it up.
It's like where your thighs rub together.
Yes. He pulled out I will never forget. It was like a pale green yellow full sack of pus that he just completely pulled
Yep,
out.
had the same
I
thing.
have a divot in my leg, like a scar tissue in my leg from that.
I was
where
an
that thing
inner
was.
thigh model for a little while, and this actually ruined my career.
Derailed the career.
it.
Dude.
Yeah, I had the same thing. And as somebody, as an assistant, has to hold my wedding tackle to the side, as the doctor's slicing open this thing, he wants to talk about concerts.
Oh, no thanks.
Get your
Make it
mind off
small
things.
talk.
Nobody held my sack back. I'm just here to say I didn't have that
And it was
problem.
disgusting. Anyway, half of us do find pimple popping videos very satisfying. 18% love it.
There's something there. I don't think that's like a twisted thing. There's something biological. It's all scientific. There's a reason I like that crap. I don't know what it is.
Have you ever pooped your pants? We've talked about this before. Have you ever pooped your pants as an adult?
I'm sure, but I can't remember off the top of my head when it happened.
I've not yet, but I know I know one day it's coming, and I don't look forward to it.
I told you I did recently on my way to work.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Thank God I was still in the garage.
Yeah, you were close.
I was still in the garage.
I had 2 singers do it on stage.
That is my worst nightmare.
Oh, dude. He did it at, I want to say it was in Montreal at the Bell Center, sold out. That is a freaking huge arena. That's like 18,000 folks. And this dude's pooping himself on stage.
Well, and this was a stomach thing, like
Yeah.
sick,
Like wasn't feeling well, got out there,
the show must go on.
Rips a screamo scream, and then
That's it.
misses half the next verse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I was in the garage on my way to work, and things happened. And thank God I just started backing the car out. I go, got to go back in.
Benjamin was about 2 years old, my oldest, and we were on Missouri Bottom Road. I remember, and I just remember getting back to our apartment and trying to start to clean myself up, and Benjamin looking at me like, "Wait, I thought that we were supposed to do that in there," and it was just like a whole.
Yeah, but he's a 2-year-old. And like the roles are reversed. What if he helped you clean up?
Dude, he just looked very, very, very confused. Bad day.
I could picture your kid holding your legs up and like you know, like a little kid, like when you change their diaper, you hold their 2 legs up.
Yeah.
And the powder.
Dude, our rapcore band in like 2000 played Goose Creek Lake. Y'all ever been there? Goose Creek Lake. It's like a private, like, I think it's like one of those neighborhood lake kind of things where you can buy like property or something. Kind of like what Jeff had down somewhere else.
Oh,
I forget where his was.
Not
but
Innsbruck.
No, it's not that nice. But
Anyway,
you know what I'm talking
Jeff
about.
had a piece of property.
So we're down there. We're playing some, bless you, we're playing some July 4th thing or something. So we're playing basically a pavilion. And we were camping because we don't have property down there. So they invite the band down, and we're like, oh, we'll camp because none of us live near there. And our singer, well, first of all, Johnny Venus forgot his hi-hat clamp. So, like, now we don't have a hi-hat that opens. It's just... So now our rapcore band is smooth jazz rapcore. And our singer rips his pants. Not rips his pants, but poops in his pants mid-show. This is not a place where we have a bathroom or a cabin or anything. So, like, he had to camp.
You gotta sit in it.
Well, he had to sit in it for the rest of the set. And then right afterwards, I'm pretty sure he ran straight to the lake. We didn't know why.
Wash his bottom.
He was washing out. Oh my God. And then we camped that night.
Yeah, well.
Disaster.
The question, have you ever pooped your pants? Half said no, only when they were a baby. But 36% said yes once. Another 13%, yeah, it happened multiple times. 2% said too many times to count.
Yeah, I think
you need
feel
to go
it's
see a doctor.
More normal than people think. And I also think it's kind of a rite of passage to some degree of your life. Humbles you.
Oh, yeah,
You know
I was
what I'm
humbled
saying?
that day.
And I just know, like, I'll never forget somebody we used to work with told me about when they crapped themselves at a very particular event. And I just thought to myself, that is my worst nightmare, to be at work at a huge event, can't get out of. And it's why that I always have a extra pair of, like, yoga pants in the back of my car.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Because you know it's going to happen one day.
Yep.
It's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea at all. Or at least have a towel with you.
Towel, shorts,
Yeah.
underwear. Just have it all back there.
I had something
You know what I'm saying?
similar at Lake of the Ozarks when I was a teenager at a Pizza Hut.
That's going to happen.
But it's been a minute. That was like, early 90s or something.
All right, so it's hot out there. The weekend is shaping up to be kind of swampy. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow, high of 89 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Really hot on Sunday. I know you're going to the Muni.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow
yeah.
night. Ooh, boy.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely in that part of the summer where the humidity is there, and I just question why I live in a place that gets this hot.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it.
It's funny, my in-laws are in town. They've been in town for about 2 weeks now, and they live in Florida now. They moved from New Jersey to Florida, and they came up to St. Louis because it's too hot in Florida. I go, are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Man, it's too hot in Florida. Do you know what it is here? And then throw on 1,000% humidity?
Yeah, but the Florida hot is so gross. It's so icky, dude. I don't know what city they're in, but like I'm telling
They're
you,
down near Miami.
Well, I mean, unless you're doing something where you're having some relief with the beach or the ocean or something like that, man. Like
They're
Florida,
they're like 4 steps away from the beach.
I'm just saying, I've toured through Florida enough that if you're like trying to be outside, like all my friends in Florida, I always ask them like, how do you do this? And they go, oh, we just don't go out in the summer. You just don't go outside in the summer.
A 2-minute walk from the beach. I go, what are you doing? I mean, I appreciate them being here. Thank you.
This is not a worse place than Florida in the summer. I know it feels that way, but
boy.
we are fortunate to be here. This humidity sucks and all that, but we have some reprieve here and there. Florida doesn't.
I did read earlier this week, with it being hot the way it is, and I don't know, do women get swamp crotch?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
It's concave down there, so you got it's like a jungle.
It's a jungle. It's
the rainforest down there.
Oh boy.
It's not swamp ass. It's the rainforest. It's full of mystery, and it is
like
moist.
you got to put a helmet on to
mystery and wonder.
There's all sorts of new species of animals down there. It's incredible.
Well, I was reading about 5 tips to avoid the dreaded swamp crotch this summer. Number 1, switch out your fabrics. Breathable and moisture-wicking fabrics are what you want. Also, loose-fitting clothing made from natural fabrics like cotton and linen maximize air circulation. Might I recommend for the fellas out there the Armachillo underwear made by the Duluth company, Donnie. They're a little expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it.
But worth it.
Is it a boxer brief? Is it a
boxer brief?
It's a boxer brief.
I do Tommy John's.
Breathable fabric. In this kind of summer heat, thumbs up.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, Armachillos.
I do Tommy John's or I think I have a pair or 2 of Saks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been buying more like skirts, because it is nice. Like and shorts obviously, but shorts like like you were talking about, like your thighs. I always hate wearing shorts because I got big old thunder thighs and my thighs rub together and I don't like it. And so I bought like I went to Nordstrom Rack the other day and they got like a Levi's cutoff section and I bought really long shorts. They look like total like 1980s like hot mom shorts.
Yeah, man.
But maybe not as hot. But I'm just like, you know what? This is where I'm at in my life.
Who cares?
I need to get these thighs
It's function
under control.
over fashion at this point.
Yeah, those mom jean things came back like 6-7 years ago, but now they're still in and they're cut better. So now the mom jeans, those are hot as heck, dude.
Change your clothes after sweating. The longer you leave your sweaty clothes on, the longer you're creating an environment for infections and rashes. Try a powder, antifungal, or a jock itch powder after showering. Help keep things dry. I do that.
You powder up?
I'll powder up. If I know I'm going to be outside, powder up.
You got to make sure it doesn't have that
talcum.
Talcum or something. No. The talcum. She's right. That's
baby powder.
Stay away from that.
Oh no, I got some kind of natural garbage my wife brought.
Are guys affected by that? I thought it was like causing ovarian cancer.
Man,
I don't know. My wife buys that hippie stuff, so whatever.
Okay,
It's
you
like
got
some
fairy
powder.
dust on you.
Fairy dust. Consider an antiperspirant down there. There are deodorants, antiperspirants, wipes specifically designed for that area. And hey, if you got some real issues, talk to a doctor. If nothing is working, how about a check-in? They can make sure nothing's amiss. Like, hey, we're particularly swampy there this summer. Is there something going on?
You know who I feel bad for are the people that don't sweat. You ever met somebody? One of my good friends, her sweat glands, like we'd go to Warped Tour all the time back in the day, and she would literally, it would be an emergency situation because it was always like the heat from the summer that time when that show would roll through, and we were always in the medic's tent because she does not sweat.
So she overheats?
She overheats, which is insane. I mean, she never had BO or anything, which was cool, but like.
I am a sweater.
Oh, buddy.
Like, I sweat.
Same.
Like I'm like Patrick Ewing.
Dude.
Remember Patrick Ewing when he used to play? That dude sweat. That's
and especially like now. You know what I mean? When I'm outside for more than 5 seconds,
I'm pitting out.
It's going to be disgusting.
Yeah. Well, you got a chrome dome. You got to make sure you lather up that head.
Oh, 100%. And that is even, man, and I guess probably paying more attention to it since Jeff passed, but like wearing a hat when I'm on the lawn, like when we go to the pool, like the whole thing, not messing around with that kind of stuff.
Don't mess around. Don't mess around with swamp crotch either. It's a
it's
problem that
the worst.
afflicts many during these summer months.
And you know what? Avoid maybe wearing like khaki colored shorts. If you do suffer from swamp ass, that's the worst. Because as a woman, when I see a man with like khaki shorts on and you can see the sweat ring around his butt crack.
Oh, boy.
man.
Bad luck.
I don't think that's
Mistakes
ever happened.
were made.
Oh,
Or at least nobody's told me about it.
Khaki was a bad choice.
Saw some things. Yeah.
How familiar are you with OnlyFans? Like, do you know much about OnlyFans? It's such a fascinating thing to me. We are still trying to get together this OnlyFans foot account for the Rizz Show, where we're just going to sell pictures of our feet.
Do you want to? I won't show the cameras, but would you like to see our first celebrity foot that we have, Donnie?
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have a celebrity wing, and thanks to Marlon Wayans for volunteering his
very
foot
nice.
as the first celebrity foot in the Rizz Show OnlyFans.
Well, there we go.
Foot account.
It's a very famous foot.
No, but listen, people are asking, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We got to get these pictures done the right way. We're just not going to take pictures with our phone. We got to book studio time.
Right. We're going to give you your money's worth.
We're going to give you, if you're going to subscribe to our OnlyFans page with just our feet, it's going to be worth your subscription.
I have a question. So let's say somebody's like, hey, Rizz Show, I got $10,000 that I would like to put into OnlyFans. And he wants all of us on board, but wants us to do something kind of pervy.
Well,
are you down?
you could do the subscription. So like, let's say our page would be, $4.99 a month. And then on the side, you could do a little side hustling where they could be like private, like, hey, if you want to give me $10,000 to do, it depends on what he wants me to do.
Let's just say it's going to be a little controversial. 10 grand though. Taco John's.
10 grand.
We need to all be on
what
we need to all be right. What are we doing? What is the level? I need to know the perv spectrum for this because Tim, my husband, has a lot of questions. He's like, wait a minute. What if somebody's like, I'll give you $5,000 and I'm putting my foot in a pocket pee? Is that something that I want to do? I don't know.
Oh, in a pocket. Okay. Like a pocket.
Vagina.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Because this might
Would
happen.
you?
I don't know. It's not a real
It may happen.
vagina.
You know what it is? It's just, and my point here is the things that men will pay for.
Yes.
So there is a woman who's making a ton of money. Her name is Cherry. She's 25 years old. She lives in Seattle. She's made thousands on OnlyFans after letting her body hair grow, and she will never shave again. So guys, subscribe to Cherry's OnlyFans page just for her hairiness.
But
There is a market for this.
Whatever you're into.
She posting videos of the hairiness, or
She shares videos. She shares still shots.
Huh. Okay.
She hasn't shaved her legs, her armpits, her pubic region in months. Months.
A couple people weighing in on the chat. Somebody says OnlyFans is just the new generation's Playboy. Interesting. Well, it's a subscription, and they're picking the model. I mean, I see the parallel.
A bit. But I don't know.
And then somebody said OnlyFans is why employers can't find workers.
Well, OnlyFans is customized pornography. You know what I'm saying? Which is, to me, is very new. Like, you want to talk about the evolution of pornographic things. It's the closest thing you're getting to a personalized porn, right?
Wait. So you consider the feet stuff right here pornography?
No, like if it's not like doing anything with like, I mean, to me, people that have foot fetishes that are just like, like there's a guy listener who always, anytime I wear sandals and post any photo without even thinking about it, this guy is all over my photos being like, your feet look so good, like losing his mind.
Creepy.
Yeah, man. Well, welcome to females in this business.
Man.
But no, so to me, if somebody's like, I just want to look at your foot, fine. But if they were like, we want your foot to be next to this massive dong,
Yeah.
That's
passive or active
different.
feet.
Well, this woman, I mean, so she just found her thing, and she said like some guy like paid her $7,000 for specific pics.
Right.
$7,000.
But what is different? So one of my buddies, he had an online porn addiction that he luckily got through. And I was so interested in this issue that he had. And he was losing so much money because this is, before OnlyFans, he was paying for like, I guess there's sites out there where you can like, they go live and then you can like say, hey, $5 to take your top off or whatever.
Yeah, like they get tokens.
Yeah. And I had no idea about any of this, so he was really eye-opening to me talking about it and being so candid. I mean, I guess, like, is that how OnlyFans came to exist because of those websites that I think were on, like, porno sites before?
I think it was meant for, like, here's me, I'm gonna have a channel where I do cooking videos.
Yeah,
or, like, how to.
They call them cam girls, right?
Or they're peep
Well, no,
shows,
OnlyFans started out as, like, an innocent, I'm just going to have a page where you could subscribe to, and I do cooking videos and how-to videos, and it turned into what it is now, which is crazy. And I have the stats, by the way.
Oh,
yeah. OnlyFans was a Patreon
platform
competitor, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so OnlyFans launched in 2016. They have achieved remarkable feats, no pun intended, with our thing over the years. So they have over 100 million registered users. 2.1 million of them are creators. So there's 2.1 million OnlyFans creators. They've paid out, OnlyFans has paid out $10 billion to the creators.
Dang.
$10 billion has gone to the 2.1 million creators.
Do you have the stats on their take? What's their take? 30%?
I don't know, but I do have the top earning and how much they make a month.
How much Airbnb does? Or
No.
I mean,
how much
not
the
Airbnb,
top
OnlyFans?
earning OnlyFans.
20%, okay.
Okay, and by the way, only the 20% of the top earners on OnlyFans make over $100,000 monthly.
20%?
20% of the top earners on OnlyFans make over $100,000.
That's a lot.
I thought so too.
That is a lot, dude.
So how much do creators earn on OnlyFans? There's no clear-cut answer to how much creators can earn on OnlyFans. Some earn millions of dollars monthly, while others earn a couple hundred. Stats from Yahoo Finance show that an average creator on OnlyFans earns about $150 a month. The average. Which still, hey,
that's money in your
better
pocket.
than a stick in the eye, right?
Yes.
Yes, Mom. Yes.
But if you want me to do that, $20.
So you said 2.1 million creators.
Yeah.
20% make over 100 grand.
Yeah.
That's 420,000 people. 420. There's a workforce out there on OnlyFans making over $100,000 of 420,000 people. That is
I believe it.
Crazy.
Dude, good for them.
I mean, even like Carmen Electra.
At what cost?
I mean,
I don't know.
Well,
I just don't like.
Paying
to
your
me,
bills?
I'm not that demo. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be real with you. Like, I don't think there's anything that I would pay for to like watch like that. I just really wouldn't.
there is, but now there's such a strange there's such a this stigma. We hear OnlyFans and that's all we think of. So back in the day when we were on Warped with Angels and Airwaves, Tom was talking to us about something that he had created called what was it called? Mod Life? I think it was Mod Life. You guys ever heard about this?
Yeah.
It was basically Patreon way before Patreon. It was this whole thing, and it was every day we'd come over and be like, "You guys got to get on Mod Life. We should talk more about Mod Life." And he had created this platform. He's like, everything's going to be subscription based, and he was way ahead. And he said, "This is a way for bands to say, hey, $10 a month, and we'll give you special content that only our members get, only our Mod Lifers get." And it was like, it was this, and it was just too early. Before anybody understood it, before anybody figured it out, like Motion City Soundtrack was on there, there's a couple other bands on there, but it like fizzled just because people it was hard to educate people on what it was.
100 million registered users on OnlyFans. He may have been too early.
Definitely too early.
We weren't ready for it yet.
But I mean, ahead of it, he had the model.
And Tom was ahead of us on the aliens too.
Yeah.
I thought
We weren't ready yet.
I thought he was a wackadoo.
Okay.
And,
So I got this. The average creator on the platform charges around $7.20 a month. So $7.20 a month to subscribe to their page. Of that amount, the company takes 20%. So $1.44 of the $7.20 will go to OnlyFans. The creator pockets 80%, which is $5.76. The top earners on OnlyFans. Wild how much these people make.
How much?
Wild. The top OnlyFans content creator is Black China. Okay, Black China, I think she has a kid with one of the Kardashians.
Rob Kardashian.
yeah.
She is OnlyFans' highest paid creator. She earns $20 million monthly.
Holy
Monthly.
crud. Hope she's paying her taxes. That's a lot of money to track.
Holy
She has 16.2 million subscribers, and her monthly subscription fee is $19.99.
Dude, get
20 million monthly. Bella Thorne is the second highest OnlyFans content creator. She is she a model? Was she a singer? I don't know.
I think she was an actress.
She was a Disney actress, I believe.
She has 24.3 million subscribers. She charges $9.99 a month. She has an earning of $11 million monthly.
I think she hangs out with the guys from Palais Royale, that band that we play. I think she is seeing one of those guys.
She's into the band scene. She was dating a friend of mine, and she's like.
I don't know what she does on there. Does she do porn?
That was the thing. When she first launched, it was like this huge thing because she was kind of posting racy stuff all the time, all over the place, and then a bunch of stuff like leaked or something, and then she just was like, this already leaked, so I'm just going to put it out there. And then she did like a campaign where her launch on that like made $1 million in a day or something. Don't you remember that?
Yeah,
I think we talked. I think it was on Crap on Celebrities.
But she earns $11 million monthly from OnlyFans. I don't even know what she puts on there. Man. Cardi B is third. Cardi B, she has 81.7 million fans on her OnlyFans thing. She charges $4.99 a month. She earns $9.43 million every month. Tyga, 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 the rapper. He's got 21.8 million subscribers. He was raking in millions of dollars monthly before he decided to delete his account to launch a competition platform. I don't know if that's taken off or what.
Wow.
Posting what? What was he posting?
Probably similar sexual stuff, I would imagine.
Really?
I mean, to be the richest man on OnlyFans, I'm surprised
he was the richest guy on OnlyFans. He walked away.
So this is an avenue for already successful people to
make more money.
Yeah, monetize the nudity or whatever.
Mia Khalifa is fifth. She's the fifth highest earning OnlyFans creator. She used to do porn.
Yeah,
then she went mainstream, and I think she's back to doing porn on OnlyFans.
Okay, yeah, because she was kind of. It looked like she was pulling the Jenna Jameson kind of thing, where she was like going mainstream and going to be like real, like a business.
She was trying to,
herself.
and then whenever anybody would ask her about it, she'd either hang up the phone during an interview or get all pissed off and walk out. But I guess she's back to doing stuff on OnlyFans. She has 22.7 million subscribers. She earns $6.42 million a month.
I'm looking at a list, an OnlyFans rich list. It's the same thing that you're talking about, Rizz. And it's interesting to me. So Tyga at number 4 being the first man on the list. The next man on the list is number 8, Safari Samuels, also a musician. And then number 10 is a man named Casanova, who's a musician. All look to be like hip hop artists, possibly. So,
I mean, are they hanging brains? Is that what people are paying
possibly. I was like, are there any like where are the like are there any rock musicians on OnlyFans? Is like my interest is what I'm curious about.
I think we would know that if there were. Don't you think?
I would hope so.
But I could put my legs behind my ears and.
Dude,
think people would pay for that?
Hey, do we have time? I gotta show you this guy. So remember that dude we were talking about yesterday?
Oh, yesterday we were talking about the body modification guy.
Yeah. I mean, I bet you. I mean, that's probably on OnlyFans, right? I mean,
so we're talking about extreme body modification. There was a guy named Odin. You see this guy who cut the tip of his nose off?
Oh no!
Oh God!
But Odin sounds like the name of a person that would do this sort.
He cut his nipples off. He cut the tip of his nose off, and he put like a gauge in there, like a ring,
so you can see through.
So you can see through his nose. He says people like make fun of him and walk to the other side of the street when they see him. Okay, well, what do you expect,
dude? We talked about this dude. We put out the pictures, and somebody responded. Chef Mello responded and said that guy has nothing on this dude named Diabao from Brazil. Look at this dude. This dude has done some things that you couldn't even guess.
Oh, he cut his entire nose off.
He cut the entire nose off. But look, he implanted not only all the horns and the different things on top, which is whatever. He also cut his ears off. He's completely tattooed, all blacked out, lips and everything. And then he replaced his teeth with these silver implants and tusks. He has 4 tusks coming out of his mouth that are permanently.
Yeah, that makes the Odin guy look.
Child's play. That's amateur hour compared to this guy.
And this is like a rough go on the nose. I can't even look. Like, that grosses me out.
Oh, yeah, he's got devil horns.
He looks like Skeletor.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
I mean, look at that, dude. That is. I mean, look at these implants. That's a golf ball size.
I'll be honest with you. He looks pretty cool.
He looks like
scary.
a villain. Like
scary.
I forgot. The reason he was in the news a couple years ago is because he and his father cut off his ring finger.
He cut off his own ring finger?
I think he cut off his own ring finger.
Whoa.
So look at that. Oh, and look, so he cut his nose off, but then on the inside, like by the bone, that's pierced.
Boy, I can't imagine the pain.
He's terrifying.
There's
Terrifying.
There's the ring
Nice.
finger.
Terrifying.
This is what it looked like before.
He was like a handsome guy.
Wait, what?
Like that. There he is.
Look
right
at
there.
him. He's a handsome guy.
This is the evolution.
And now there's that.
Wow.
And this is his gal, the one she's the body modifier, and he is her masterpiece.
Okay. Oh, which brings us to the Craigslist Freak of the Week. So yesterday, 3 brand new ads, and we read them. You named them, and here's how it all shook out. Lern, you'll read the winner for us.
Okay.
In third place with 17.4% of your vote, it was nominee number 2, David Lee Rothman. Congratulations to David Lee Rothman, third place. This is a guy that, Human Furniture, right?
Yeah, he wanted to be Human Furniture. Listen, he's going to be naked. He's going to be your table. He's going to be your ottoman. He's going to be whatever. And then, when you go out to get a coffee or something, he'll be right there when you get back. Just still naked table. Naked table.
Human Furniture, David Lee Rothman. Your runner-up with 18.4% of your vote. It was nominee number 3, Billy Jolt.
He needs somebody to teach him the ropes of this kind of play. What kind of play? Electrostimulation. He's into all sorts of sensation play. And this is the next natural step for me. He wants the zapping feeling pulse. No vibration. He just wants to be electrocuted in all the fun spots.
Yep. So that's Billy Jolt, your runner-up with 18.4% of your vote. And ladies and gentlemen, your official Craigslist Freak of the Week with 64.2% of your vote, it was John Bon Jovi.
Hoary bone man for woman outside Halifax, no age. I just want a bone, baby, like actually bone. I'm really into bones and things and have had some wild girlfriends in the past, and we've always had fun with different toys in the bedroom. Even had one lovely lady with helping me fashion some real bones and other fun items into perfectly shaped sex toys. I've got tons and even made more recently. I know this isn't too crazy because she did it and she was the most normal person I've ever been with. I'm disease-free and all about fun. Let's bone together. Maybe a relationship blossoms, but I don't have any expectations for that. Let's just start with casual fun and don't ask too much of me. Email bones in the title and we can get started at your place.
All right, there it is, John Bon Jovi.
Listen, we just want to keep it casual. However this goes, we'll just take it
one day at a time.
Yep, one day at a time.
But the first day is going to have a lot of boning in it.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
For sure. Did you see the theme there with the names? David Lee Rothman, Billy Jolt, and
Classic rock.
John Bon Jovi.
It's very well done.
It's KG95, Real Bone Radio.
Yeah, and thanks to listeners for your name suggestions and your voting. Congratulations, of course, to John Bon Jovi. Moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs. All right, Team Rizz Member of the Day is brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From Wright City, Missouri, Natasha Newpert is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Natasha and her kids have been listeners of the Rizz Show for many years, and they listen on their way to school. She loves that the Rizz Show starts her day off with a smile and gives her something to talk about with the kids. Loves Freak of the Week, and she learns a great deal about celebrity gossip from the show as well. Crap on Celebrities coming up next for you, Natasha. Natasha Newpert from Wright City is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Gets a super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, as I mentioned, Crap on Celebrities after the break. Donnie Fandango is here.
Yes.
Hello.
It's 7-Eleven Friday. First look at the traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The wildest show in racing is this Friday and Saturday night at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Formula Drift is back for their only Midwest appearance. Go to www.raceway.com for more info. There's a lane closed due to a crash 270 northbound before 370. We also have a lane closed due to an incident 270 northbound just after Dorset. And then there's a lane blocked due to a stalled vehicle 64 westbound at Big Bend Boulevard. Your point forecast: expect a hot and very humid day today. High in the mid to low 90s. Thick humidity will create a heat index over 100.
This is a swamp ass alert.
Thank you. Possible storms. High of 94, low of 74. Right now it is 74 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, Lern, what do you got?
Hollywood goes dark. Will we ever get an Eddie Van Halen tribute show? And some crappy quick hits.
All right, crappy quick hits, porno birthday, crappy birthdays, and we've all been to many concerts in our life. If you could go back to one concert you were at, what concert would that be? If you could go back in time and relive one concert moment, what would it be?
Okay.
We'll chop it up next. Stay there. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz and socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, Rizz Show at 1057thepoint.com. Also send us your instant feedback to the 1057 The Point mobile app. Donnie Fandango joins us this morning.
Hello, hello.
Friday fail stories coming up. We'll give away some prizes. We'll play just two of us with Donnie.
Very good. I'm terrible at it, but let's go.
It's all fun and games, huh?
Absolutely.
We do give away some stuff.
Lots of people excited you're here, by the way, on a Friday.
Good. I'm glad.
Starting a weekend with Donnie on the Rizz Show. They says the way to do it.
I like it. I like that very much.
That's nice. You know, some concerts are legendary. There's a lot of good shows run through St. Louis this summer. You know, we're right. Wouldn't you say we're halfway through the summer?
I would say, yeah, probably so.
A lot of good shows this summer, you know, leading up into the fall. Load of big tours and music festivals. And we've been to hundreds of concerts. I mean, collectively, hundreds and hundreds of concerts in our careers.
Probably into the thousands with this. I mean,
maybe
all four of us.
What concert, of all the concerts you've been to, do you want to go back and relive? Maybe you didn't have an understanding of what you were seeing. Maybe you were seeing a band in its infancy, a band that's big right now. You go, man, I wish I could go back and see, blah blah when they were just starting out. Is there anything that sticks out to your head? I got one show that sticks out in my head.
I've got one
that I wish I could go back to and just appreciate it more and not be with the bitch of a girlfriend I was with.
God.
I was more interested in her.
They ruin everything.
She was terrible. I was more interested in her feelings and how she was doing instead of enjoying what probably was one of the best shows that I could have ever seen. What sticks out in your mind?
Well, I can remember vividly being on the lawn for Lollapalooza 1994 during the Beastie Boys set, and I have asthma, and I was jumping up and down so much that I had to take a break during their set. And I remember, God, I can see it in my head. I remember just stopping and looking at that entire place. And there were 20,000 people there, and everyone was losing their goddamn mind. And it was just amazing. Like, they were playing Rhymin' and Stealin'.
Yeah.
And I just remember just the place going off. And I just wish I could go back and just be in that moment again, because it was before radio.
So this is 1994.
1994.
Innocent, you're innocent kid.
100%.
Just there, 100% for the music.
100% there for the music. Like, I mean, we got there super early so that we would get a good lawn spot. You know what I mean? And I just remember that performance was just such a game changer too, because like I hadn't seen a lot of shows, and like the Beasties just they owned
So this is
it.
Lollapalooza 94.
94, yes.
At the amphitheater?
At the amphitheater, correct. Riverport at the time. I still have the ticket stub, but I mean, it was just that whole day was just so incredible.
Do you remember who else played that show?
Oh yeah, 100%. Beck played the front stage, or was on the side stage. Also on the main stage, the Breeders, who were very good. George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars, Tribe Called Quest, Smashing Pumpkins headlined. And what's kind of crazy about that is that the Pumpkins, I mean, that place was emptying out in a big way after the Beasties, and Billy Corgan got real pissy on stage about the crowd, and we were like, all right, dude, we want to go to Denny's. Yeah. So later. But yeah, man, I mean, that day was very
go back there and just get that
very formidable. That feeling, man, was really something special.
Moon, anything stick out in your mind?
Yeah, definitely. I'll just flash through a couple. The U2 360 tour was really special. It was cool to see that Garth Brooks performance here.
Okay, yeah.
But I'll say the two that I played, because I've played more concerts than I've been to. We played a show.
I want to know, like, you as a music fan.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, we played it, but I was more of a fan that day than I was a performer. We played Atlanta for 50,000 people. It's called Midtown Music something or other.
Yeah.
And
I don't think they do that anymore. That was a
No,
big
no,
festival they had down there.
It's replaced by Shaky Knees now.
It was,
Was
so
that the big rock station down there? Was it
99X.
99X? Yeah, put that on.
it was so incredible, and we were on tour, so we played a lot of big festivals in between different things, and we were playing the main stage. The main stage was like 50 feet off the ground. It was one of the craziest stages, and I remember I was excited because Outkast was playing on one of the side stages right down the way. I hadn't seen them yet, and I wanted to see them, and I wanted to see George Clinton and the P-Funk right down the same stage. I think they were right before Outkast. So I got to watch them, and then we had known Chris Shiflett from Jackson United, and we saw him right behind the stage, right by our bus, and he's like, "Oh, come on the bus." I didn't realize we were on a Foo Fighters bus, and Dave was right there. Now this was Dave, short hair Dave, so it was really interesting because the only pictures I have with Dave Grohl is
Short hair Dave.
2002
yeah, no
Dave.
one that's known him for the last 15 years ago. That's Dave Grohl. But then watching the Foo Fighters play the stage that we had just played in front of 50,000 people was one of the most special things. It was just wildly real. And I mean, I had known the Foo Fighters. I'd obviously been a Foo Fighters fan since the first record, the Roswell Records thing and all that stuff. And seeing it from that perspective was so very special. And the other one was, dude, in Japan, we were presenters at the VMAs, the Asian VMAs there in I think it was in Tokyo or someplace, and we had presented. And then we went back to our seats and sat down, and we were sitting right next to Pharrell. And I was like, wow, this is cool. And then the two performers that came back to back right in front of us, and we had the coolest seats ever, was The Darkness, and holy smokes, was that performance stupidly incredible and impressive. And then it was Outkast with an entire big band backing them.
Shut up.
And seeing that from that perspective, back to back with The Darkness and then Outkast with the big band. Horns, I mean, full horn section and everything. It was just this really stupidly special sort of thing. I would love to go back and see that again.
Learn.
Not going to be able to follow that. Let's see. Mine is also Foo Fighters, though, because in 2021,
concert redo. God.
Coming out of the pandemic, we've been dark, no shows for an entire year. Foo Fighters announced 6 shows, one of which was St. Louis. And Tim and I went to that, and to me, it was kind of like a coming out of such a scary time.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite bands, and that would be the last time I would see Taylor Hawkins alive. And so I wish I could go back in time. And we were in the lawn. I was staying away from people. I was so damn nervous about getting COVID, and I still enjoyed it. I had a wig on. I didn't want anybody talking to me. That was I was in a weird place, and I was just it was the first time live music came back to me in my life. And so it felt so good. And then couple that with the fact Taylor would be dead, the next year, it's just so bittersweet. So I wish I could just go back and be more consciously aware of him.
The anniversary of the show that I want to go back to was yesterday, 26 years ago yesterday, July 13th, 1997, Lollapalooza. The Meadows Music Theater in Hartford, Connecticut. The girlfriend I had at the time was the worst.
This is the one that wanted to run you over?
Yes.
Same girl? Okay, I'm just getting them
tried
straight.
to kill me 3 times.
You made it.
I did make it, yes.
You won all 3.
We went to Hartford, Connecticut to see the show. It was a Sunday. Drove all the way out there from the city. She ruined my time because she was such a mega not a nice person.
Yep.
And the lineup that year, dude, my wheelhouse. Tool, Korn, Beck, James, The Prodigy, Devo played.
Yeah, I remember that tour. I saw that one here.
The Eels. Remember the Eels?
Absolutely, man. I'm still a Big E fan, man. He's awesome.
I remember standing there going, will you just for 3 seconds stop being a bad person?
What was she? I'm interested.
This is Korn, off the Life is Peachy record, and they're still in their Adidas tracksuits.
Oh, yeah. Silveria's still in the band then?
They were all in the band.
Wow.
This was the original Korn lineup. And Tool was from what I saw of it, they were touring off their Anima record.
Was this when Maynard was
actually in front of the stage.
Oh my gosh.
He was half white and half blue and wore a bra.
Clown pants.
Wow. It was awesome. I want to go back.
That's the one you see a lot of videos from. I mean, that's like the late 90s.
Do you ever have a friend ruin a concert because they were so hammered?
man,
I have.
I had my ex-wife ruin a few, but that wasn't because she was drinking. That was just because she sucked. But
we had a show, and on our way down, it was like 5 people packed into an old Ford Bronco. Somebody got a little too high on the way down.
And who was that, Rizz?
Not me.
Okay.
Not me, but we had a fireman carry one of our buddies through the gate.
Oh.
It was just Randall's Island. Forget what show
We're
it was.
going to this show.
We're going to the show. I remember propping him up against a tree and leaving him and going, he'll be right.
No. Dude, I was
Like leaving him up against a tree, dude was passed out.
Dale from
Passed
Wayne's World.
out.
Oh, man.
Fireman carry him through the gate, gave his ticket to the ticket taker like it was nothing.
came alive for that.
No, he didn't.
Oh, no.
The
we
firefighter
carried
did.
him.
Oh, the fire person did. Oh.
No, we firemen carried him,
okay.
under the
Got it.
arms.
Sorry.
And somebody had his legs.
I was like, where did the fireman come
The
from?
chair.
It's a fireman carry.
The
Okay, I
chair.
didn't know.
It's called that. So we literally went through the gate. I was on his legs. Another dude was on his... Carried him, and the ticket guy was like, ticket.
We're going to have a great time.
And he needs a ticket, too. All right, here's his ticket. Passed out, going through the gate.
Did he wake up third song and enjoy the show?
I forget when he woke up. Probably halfway through the day.
Feeling very rested.
Yeah, I
Some
bet.
good weed you guys
We left him
smoking on in
against
the
a tree.
90s.
Yeah, I
Good
was
times.
definitely not getting that same weed.
Good.
in the
No,
90s.
the Midwest
no
did not
way.
have that weed in the 90s.
No way.
I remember-
Yeah, it was just
I
crazy.
remember being at a show that I thought that I ruined for Donnie.
Oh, dude, I remember you
remember
said
that?
that, and I was like, oh my gosh, buddy, we had I thought it was such the best time.
I had the greatest time too, but I knew that I was on a different planet, brother, and I was like,
I just remember when you asked me, and I was like, no, man, it was awesome. We had
Okay.
a great hang.
Now,
It
what
was
do you
fun.
do?
well,
What do you-
I was worried. Remember, were you the person that I whispered? I was like, hey, I've never been here before, and I don't know where the exit is. I want to go
What show
home.
was this on?
I think it might have been. I think it was the Struts.
No,
No, it wasn't the
definitely
Struts
not.
at the Duck Room?
Yeah, no, it was,
something.
Dinosaur Pileup.
Dinosaur Pileup, that's
Pileup.
great.
And I had never been there before, and I couldn't find my way out.
Yeah,
Were
it's
you
good. It's like
hammered?
being in somebody's basement.
Yeah, I mean, I was on a different planet.
Where's the
okay.
exit?
I was on a different planet, and I, dude, I remember at one point Donnie staring at me while I was talking about something, and you go like this, you go, I would love to be doing whatever it is you are doing.
You could just sometimes tell the people are on for a good ride. You know what I
You're
mean?
on the same level there.
I was on a ride,
On the
man.
good stuff. Now, what do you do if you buy tickets in advance with your significant other and you break up before the show?
Had it happen for Lollapalooza up in Chicago, 2010.
So who gets custody of the tickets?
No, we went together.
Oh,
We were still
cool
living
move.
together at the time. This is my ex before Tim. And he and I had this, cool apartment in Shaw District, South City, and we were living in separate rooms at that point, but we had a lease that we had to get through, and neither one of us had a lot of money, so we were like really we had to get through it. And so
seems like you rushed in moving in together, just saying.
no, we had lived together for a while. Oh yeah, you're probably right. Anyway, it's not the point. And so
Let her tell the story. Come on.
So we broke up in, I think, May of 2010. And Lollapalooza is always in August in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And so May, June, July, August. And so we had been friends for a long time before that. And we said we'd spent $300 on the weekend pass. And we were actually going to be crashing on the floor of Rick Sanborn, who used to work with us at K-Hits on the morning show. He and his son, Max Foisey, Max on Movies, would always go up to Lollapalooza. And Rick Sanborn said, hey, if you guys want to crash in our room, because we couldn't find a room, he's like, pay us $100, you guys can sleep on the floor. So we're like, cool. So my ex and I and another friend of ours, we drive up to Lollapalooza. We're sleeping on Sanborn's floor in his hotel. And my ex tried to get back together with me mid through the weekend. Okay. Mushrooms might have been involved on his part. Possibly. And so I was like, I don't want to get back together. This whole thing, I ended up leaving because things got a little crazy. I ended up leaving Lollapalooza early because there was a meltdown that happened. I left him.
You melted down or he melted down?
He melted down.
Well, yeah, because he was one with the universe, and you were like, I don't want to be in this universe.
It was very strange. I ended up, the next day I woke up and I drove home. and like I just left. I was like,
Yeah,
I knew he'd have a ride home. It would be fine.
Never happened, but
it was a nightmare.
I'm sure it's happened. You buy tickets well in advance and you break up. Who gets custody of the tickets? Or you go for the awkward. We're going. Well, I guess we'll still go together.
And just to put a pin in this, I drove home that next day. I packed up all my crap, moved back in with my mom.
I was just gonna say, how long did you have to wait?
He came home.
I mean, after that.
And honestly, like all my friends rallied around me. They were like, "We will be," because it wasn't a good situation. They were like, "We will rally. We will meet you at your house, and you get home from Chicago and pack up your crap."
Wow.
It was one of those situations.
Last straw.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, let's do crap on celebrities. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest, brighthouseco.com, 636-600-0188. Well, as you know, Hollywood actors have joined the writers on strike. SAG-AFTRA announced yesterday that the strike against the film and TV companies began at midnight, and picketing will start today.
Did you watch Fran Drescher?
I did.
Who is she's the union head.
Yeah, president.
SAG-AFTRA, union head. And she's given an empowered speech, and all I think is it's the nanny.
It's the nanny. I thought that too. Her voice is so
Fran
iconic.
Fine from the nanny with the thick Queen's accent.
Well, the nanny said, "We are being victimized by a very greedy enterprise. At some point, you have to say, no, we're not going to take this anymore. You people are crazy. What are you doing?
Whoa.
You people.
Why are you doing this?" Or however she sounds.
Yeah, this could go on for a while. Now the writers are on strike, the actors are on strike. I really feel bad for everybody caught in the middle because it's not just actors and writers that are going to be without jobs. You have hair and makeup people, you got camera people, you got sound people. There's a lot of people involved in this.
That's how this works, though. So, like, when you say that, it's like, no, this is the reason because it's going to come to a standstill and there's going to be a ton of pressure bubbling up. The change is going to have to be made. There
was an unnamed person who gave an interview, and I think it was Deadline.com. It's an industry, Hollywood industry rag, and they said, "Hey, we are prepared to wait this out." And this is somebody on the management side of things, not the actor side, because they're very far apart as far as studio heads and actors and writers. One of the studio heads said, "We're prepared to wait this out until actors can't afford their rent."
And they have the money to do that, unfortunately.
Yep. Like, we will wait this out until people start having problems paying for housing.
But one of the things that I read, and I hope I'm not mowing the lawn here, but like one of the things that I read was like that there could be an AI version of an actor or an actress, and you would get paid 1 day of pay for that AI image, but then they could use that AI image forever.
Yeah, it's coming down to the new technology stuff. It's AI, it's
Black Mirror.
streaming.
Yeah.
Black Mirror, dude.
is what the contention is between the two sides.
Well, there's two things going on here because I don't know if you heard about Sarah Silverman. She's suing an AI company right now, like ChatGPT, for using her likeness and her books to help cultivate the language and humor side of AI, and she didn't get paid squat. So to me, I understand why performers, and we've talked about it a lot on this show, how people are freaking out that, hey, the one thing that we do in life is perform and entertain. And now there's going to be a technology that, of course, they're going to adapt to, like all of our industries are going to adapt to it. And they're trying to get ahead of that so they get their ducks in a row before AI comes in. And now we just have cheap talent everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
you know who's going back in the corner with their arms crossed going, "I told you so." Metallica.
Lars Ulrich.
With the whole Napster thing, like, guys, that was the beginning, and they were right. They were right. And where was all this up? What was all this outrage when my CDs just disappeared?
Yeah.
And people
and
were like,
I, for one, bow to my AI overlords. You know that.
no.
You guys got to watch Black Mirror.
I want to stay. I'm playing both sides here, guys.
That first
you need
episode,
to take a side.
I don't need to do nothing. You know what I need to do?
What?
I need to catch up on programs I haven't seen because there ain't nothing new coming out. For a while.
I'm bummed out. I'm with the performers. And I'm with the writers. I really am like, I miss John Oliver. I miss Bill Maher so much. They've been gone for like 3 months, and I don't know. Like I love all these people that keep me entertained. Think about during the pandemic, what did we do? Thank God for comedians and musicians and entertainers of all kinds. There was, mass hysteria going on, and the only thing that you had to really control your universe was being at home and being entertained by something to take the edge off.
Well, thank God there's still a million things for us to still
I
watch.
was just going to say that the biggest thing that's going against them is what we talked about this morning, what Donnie said. There's so much to watch.
So many things.
The studios
that we
have the
still
power
watch.
here.
Yeah.
And they will have the power for a long, long time.
Lisa Marie Presley died from adhesions that developed during a bariatric surgery years ago. This is known as a long-term complication for this type of surgery. So there was an autopsy report that came through, obtained Thursday by the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner. Lots of people speculating when she died that it was a drug overdose. And the toxicology report findings showed that there were therapeutic levels of oxycodone in her blood. A second opioid was found called buprenorphine. Probably saying that incorrectly, which is to treat opioid overuse.
Buprenorphine? Is that it?
No, it's buprenorphine. Is that what you just said?
Oh, no.
Opioids can cause constipation, which can lead to bowel obstruction, which eventually was the cause of her death.
Yeah, small bowel obstruction.
Which is interesting because her dad died on the toilet.
Of that, I believe.
This is probably a very stupid question to make fun of me, but she died because she was constipated?
She died because there was yes, essentially. Yeah.
So isn't the story, I don't know if it's urban legend, that Elvis took so many pain pills, and pain pills block you up.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was on the toilet straining so much they did a heart attack.
Right.
Oh, whoa.
That's what, I don't know if that's urban legend, because, legend is he died on the toilet.
Right.
But because he was straining so much, he had a heart attack.
Right.
That's so sad.
Well, and it's kind of like eerie.
Yeah.
So she died
the
same.
bariatric surgery, that's weight loss surgery. She had that? Is that?
Yes, she did.
Whoa.
A long time ago. It wasn't recent.
Huh.
You never know what's going to hit you. Speaking of things like Percocet, a woman has been arrested in connection with the overdose death of Robert De Niro's grandson. TMZ is reporting law enforcement sources say a 20-year-old named Sophia Haley Marks, known as the Percocet Queen, was taken into custody yesterday in New York City. And investigators reportedly believe that she sold drugs to the 19-year-old before his death, which his mother claims was due to a fentanyl overdose.
Man.
This is so scary. Like, fentanyl freaks me out. I don't do drugs, but man, back in the day, I was experimenting with all sorts of stuff, and it scares the hell out of me today for people that are of that mindset. Like, I'm just going to experiment with some things, and the fact that you could, and it could be your last, and you're gone because of fentanyl.
Yep.
Awful. Metallica's hit Fuel is the soundtrack to NASA's latest promotional video for its Artemis lunar shuttle launch. NASA hopes to have its astronauts back on the moon next year and has released a series of videos detailing the mission and its hope for the mission, and what's better for that mission than a little Metallica.
That's right.
Eddie Van Halen has been gone for almost 3 years. According to Sammy Hagar, there's still no word on either a tribute show or any sort of reunion with the surviving members of Van Halen. He says, I think Eddie deserves definitely a tribute, and the whole world would show up, and the whole world would do it, but Alex has got to stick up his ass. So.
Also, I'm sure this guy, where is he?
Yes.
Maybe that guy has something to do with it, too, and him and Sammy Hagar not really getting along.
That's probably true. I don't like that Sammy's trying to pin this on Alex Van Halen.
Yeah,
his brother's dead. He does it. It's his band.
Also, too, I'm going to throw this one in here as well. I believe, and I say this as a fan, I like Wolfie. Mm-hmm. I would bet you that Wolfgang has a bit of an ego as a part of this as well. Sure. I really do. There's just something about that kid that I just bet you that he has that Van Halen mindset. That's just what I think.
He's mentioned, like, right after his dad died and this started bubbling up, like, oh, we got to do a tribute show, which I do hope one day there is an Eddie Van Halen tribute show. He was one of the first people to go, on my time. Let me have time, because he's grieving.
And I understand, and completely get that. Right. And he should be the one, Alex should be the one making the calls.
Let's see what David Lee Roth has to say about it.
He's in.
Well, all right, good. Enough said.
He's ready to go. You ready to go?
I'll tell you all about it.
I'll tell you all about it.
Would love to hear it.
If you like going to the movies, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 came out on Wednesday. You can go see it. It's PG-13.
Let's see the Rotten Tomatoes on that.
Oh, please.
It's great.
Wait, what are you talking about? Mission Impossible is like 96.
I was going to say, it was like almost as high as I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Theater's just full of dads this weekend. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, and guys, did you know that Tom Cruise does his own stunts?
Stop it.
Because golly, for a year they've been telling us that with this damn movie.
That's the
How
first
many
time
times I
hearing
got to watch him jump off that cliff?
Well, Tom Cruise,
You know what I'm
man,
talking about?
that dude, okay, he works hard.
He does.
Yeah,
He's been showing up to screenings, like, all over the world. Just like, hey, Tom Cruise is here at a screening in, you know, Boise.
World's greatest actor. World's greatest actor because he has not been off since 1988.
Can I ask this, though?
Sure.
Some of the promo stuff that he does, I feel like he does to try to prove that he's not a wackadoo. I honestly feel like some of it is
Get out there.
kind of phony. Yeah. Like that dude looks like a robot. To me.
I'm acting.
I am Tom Cruise.
He's forever acting.
I don't care. Puts out good movies.
He is the engine.
enough.
He is the engine of the most successful promo machine of the last 30 years.
And a movie star.
Hey, man.
Also,
I'm just saying.
Also in theaters, a movie called Theater Camp. I don't know if you've seen the promo for this. It's a comedy. It's PG-13. It's all about youth theater camp in upstate New York. And it's the trailer is actually really funny. Lots of kid humor. So you got like a 13-year-old.
79% on the Rotten Tomatoes.
For Mission Impossible or this one?
No, this one. Theater Camp.
Yeah. And then finally, something I'm calling crappy quick hits. Just some one-off things, just throwing it out there. Snoop Dogg once had a cockroach in his apartment that he couldn't kill, so he named it the Gooch. And he says, quote, "We used to leave food out for him and everything."
Okay.
People think there might be trouble between Joe Manganiello and Sofia Vergara because his birthday message to her was kind of cold and impersonal, and also she's in Italy right now without her hot husband.
Whoa.
Oh, knock it off.
Fans showed up to Richard Simmons' house for his 75th birthday yesterday, but he never came out of the house.
Hey, did you know Joe Manganiello was Goldfinger's tour manager?
That's hot.
I looked that up. That's not true. I think he was a roadie for maybe a show or two.
Were you guys in Magic Mike?
How about? He's
Dang
been buzzed with Feldman for a long time. Well, it's not a Wikipedia-worthy thing.
I Wikipedia'd him. I think we talked about
I like
that
to Google
before.
image that guy because he's so damn gorgeous.
He is.
Anyway.
And a heck of a Dungeons and Dragons, what do you call him? Like a...
Aficionado?
No. Like he's like the master. He's like the dungeon master.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that what it's called? I didn't want to say the wrong word. I'm going to get smoked for that.
Guys, Kathy Griffin says male comics are pigs, and she's seen all of their penises. John Cena plays a mermaid. He plays Mermaid Ken in the Barbie movie. You can check out his amazing costume online. And finally, Randy Blythe of Lamb of God has finally cut off his dreadlocks. And that was your crap on celebrities.
Wow.
Celebrity
Big
celebrating.
news, guys.
Celebrity celebrating.
Where were you when you found out?
Conor McGregor, 35. Dan Reynolds, 36. Dan Smith, 37. Dan Reynolds, by the way, Imagine Dragons singer. Dan Smith, Bastille singer. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, that is L337, the droid on Solo, A Star Wars Story. She is 38. Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas is 48. Missy Gold. She was on Benson, and she grew up to be to become a psychologist, but her older sister is Growing Pains star Tracy Gold. Missy Gold is 53. Matthew Fox, Jack on Lost, and Charlie Salinger of Party of Five is 57. Ellen Reed, that is the singer and keyboard player in Crash Test Dummies, Rizz's favorite band. 57. Jackie Earl Haley, that's Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, is 62. Jane Lynch.
He's Kelly Leak from Bad News Bears.
That's right. Jane Lynch is 63. Kyle Gass, Jack Black's partner in Tenacious D, Cage, is 63. And Rosie Greer, the former L.A. Rams legend. When Robert Kennedy was assassinated, Rosie Greer tackled killer Sirhan, then fended off the unruly mob that tried to kill Sirhan. Rosie Greer is 91 years old. Congratulations.
Wow, 91. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Caressa Savage. And today's birthday girl's been in 213 fine films, including a very sophisticated The Anal Aristocrats. That's right, The Anal Aristocrats. Ass Mania 2, Best Butt in the West 2, The Butt Sisters do Philly, The Butt Sisters do the Twin Cities. Cheerleader Strippers, I Scream for Jeannie, Lesby Friends, Sex Raiders, and who can forget a role in 1997's Trespassers Will Be Punished. Caressa Savage is 57 years old. That's right, Caressa Savage is 57 years old. Where's my... Oh, there it is.
Savage.
That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we're going to play just the two of us.
Let's go.
Let's go, Donnie. Let's do
go.
it. So we've got, let's see, we got a pair of tickets left for the Godsmack Stain show. We got some tickets to go see Ghost, big summer show on Friday night, August 11th at the Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Jelly Roll. Saturday night, August 19th at the Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Youngblood. over at St. Louis Music Park next Friday, July 21st. Simple concept. We get you on the phone. You pick 2 Rizz Show members here. Myself, Donnie, Lern, or Moon. I'll give you 5 questions. If we match 3 of our 5. 3 of our 5 answers, you guys will get.
That's right.
Your choice of tickets while supplies last.
I'm feeling good.
314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Just the two of us is next. All right, 7:52. Friday, another look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The wildest show in racing is this Friday and Saturday night at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Formula Drift is back for their only Midwest appearance. Go to WWTRaceway.com for more info. We got a lane blocked due to a crash 270 westbound at Limburg, and then also a lane closed due to a crash 270 northbound just before Missouri 370. Your point forecast, expect a hot and very humid day-to-day, high in the mid to low 90s, and thick humidity will create a heat index over 100.
Yeah.
This is a Swamp Ass Alert.
Possible storms throughout the day, high of 94, low of 74. Right now it is 75 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, welcome back to the program. We're going to play just the two of us in just a second here. Got a couple phone lines open, 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Before we get to the contest, headline, wife rips off part of husband's penis after grabbing it and pulling it very hard during argument. Are you intrigued?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand.
What do you mean you understand? What do you mean you understand?
JK, LOL.
This is the story of a 36-year-old woman who has ripped off part of her husband's penis after grabbing it and allegedly pulling it very hard during a fight. He's 45. He was taken to the hospital after the skin of his penis was partially torn off during the marital spat in a small village in France. The fight broke out shortly after midnight on Monday, after the couple, who were both, yes, they were drunk, arguing over the husband allegedly cheating at a party the night before. The fight quickly turned violent when the wife grabbed her husband's dingling and just yanked it. They said large parts of the skin of his penis and foreskin ripped away.
Oh, my goodness.
I think I got audio. I think it sounded like this.
Yeah, I could have done without the audio.
Isn't there some movie where I want to say Rosie Perez is talking about grabbing and yanking down and popping them like grapes?
Oh,
yeah, it could happen to you.
Yeah, what
With Nick
was that?
Cage, I think Nicolas Cage and yeah.
Oh, it was. So she tore the foreskin off and tore, part of his skin off and then tore a piece of his ear off.
Dang, Mike Tyson girlfriend.
Stop it!
There's a rookie mistake though. You don't argue nude.
That's true.
That's a great
point.
Great point.
Hang on, let me put
That's
some
a great
clothes
point.
on.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, I got something to say, but I got to put some boxers on
Exactly.
first.
Yeah, when the ambulance crew arrived, he was conscious. He was in terrible pain. He was taken to a hospital. They're not saying if she used a knife or another sharp object in the attack. The whole taking his ear off too is.
Does seem a little bit
much. I'll lose both ears as opposed to. So the wife was arrested. The husband being treated for his injuries. He is also facing charges for attacks on his wife. So that's a whole.
Oh, very healthy.
It's a whole thing. Doctors say he's suffering, but his life is not in danger. Or is it? I don't know. There you go. Out of France. Wife rips part of husband's penis off.
Cheating bitches get stitches, so
I guess
better
so.
watch it.
I guess so. All right, we're going to play just the two of us. Follow Friday game. So you guys on the phone will pick 2 members of the Rizz Show here, myself, Donnie, Lern, or Moon. I will then ask 5 questions. If we match 3 of our 5 answers, you on the phone will win a prize. Your choice while supplies last. Tickets to go see Stained and Godsmack, Point Big Summer Show next Tuesday over the amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Ghost, Big Summer Show Friday night, August 11th at the amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Jelly Roll. Saturday night, August 19th at the amphitheater. And we got tickets to go see Youngblood next Friday, July 21st over at St. Louis Music Park. All right, to the phones we go. Let's go to Shane in St. Charles. Good morning, Shane.
How's it going, guys?
Hello, Shane. All right, Shane, pick two people.
Rizz and Lern.
All right, Rizz and Lern. Okay, Shane, hang on 1 second. Lern, you know what, Moon? Read these first set of questions there.
Okay.
I go. Wait. I know, Mr. Eager. Let's get the music started.
Oh.
And now we're ready.
Number one.
Now we're ready.
Number one. Name something a cowboy wears.
Okay.
Number two. Name something you fill with air. Number three. Name something that moves very slowly. Number four. Name something that people are afraid of. And number five. Name something that goes up and down.
Okay, we just have to match 3 of our 5 answers. I'm feeling quite confident
Same.
in our answers here.
Nothing pleases me more than when people are very confident and then we get into it.
Yeah, I feel like we're on the same level here.
Okay.
Okay, so Moon's going to read back the questions. Donnie, you count us down, and we'll shout our answers out at the same time. See if we get 3 of 5 for Shane here.
Okay.
Here we go.
Name something a cowboy wears.
1, 2, 3.
I'm going to say 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. That makes no
The
sense.
backwards. 3, 2, 1. Lift off.
He was doing Ramones. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3. Let's go 3,
Sorry
2,
about that,
1.
guys.
I know
Count
there's
it
a
off.
couple ways of doing this.
I got
but
Liz, it is your show,
It's
and
fine. I
let's
just
do
think
it.
it sounds better 3, 2, 1. But
3, 2, 1.
hat.
Gosh, damn it.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
What would you have said? Hat. I think hat.
I went
would be
boots.
the
boots.
number one answer.
I went boot because you were talking about cowboy boots the last time we were talking about what cowboys wear.
I don't remember that.
Fine.
I like Learn more than you, so I'm going to say, it's...
What would you have said?
I would have said hat.
Thank you.
Well, why don't you two match up?
Well, we weren't picked.
Oh, dude.
Here we go.
Name something you fill with air.
3, 2, 1.
Tire.
Oh, balloon was also mine.
Oh.
What would you have said?
Tire.
Thank you, Donnie.
I told you. You
See,
guys,
Shane
You and I are
screwed up here.
besties, and these two are besties.
you guys screwed it with I'm feeling very confident.
I know.
Why did
This
you
is
do
not
that?
We
Okay,
got to sweep out here, or else Shane loses.
number 3. Name something that moves very slowly.
3, 2, 1.
Snail.
Sloth.
Oh, it's a
I
turtle.
had snail and I crossed it out and I put sloth.
It's a turtle.
I had
sorry,
tractor as
Shane.
well.
Who said snail?
I would
I
have
said
said turtle,
snail.
too.
Wrong.
As slow as a snail.
Hit the button.
Don't tell me what the... I hit the button not because you told me, by
Sorry,
the way.
buddy.
Hit the button.
I did it because I wanted to do it.
You've gone over 3. I
All
get
right,
to
there
tell
we
you to
go.
hit the button. Well, just for funsies,
Just for fun.
name something that people are afraid of.
3, 2, 1.
Spiders.
Clowns.
Very confident it's going to go 0 for 5, but we don't have
We
a
are
patient
not-
0.
We don't need a patient 0 today.
Oh, sure. Name something that goes up and down.
3, 2, 1.
Elevator. See?
Wow.
There we go.
There we go, buddy.
I told
now
you.
we're back.
We don't need a patient 0. Wow, that was...
1 out of 5 is almost worse than 0 out
That
of 5.
was pathetic.
I'm sorry.
In
You know
this
what? I'll
game,
take the blame.
That
I'll
was
take the blame.
pathetic.
No, Snail, he takes the blame.
I'm also
All right,
blaming
Brian.
the Derby last night.
Brian, you there?
Good morning.
All right, Brian,
Yep,
pick 2
here.
people.
Let's go with Donnie and Moon.
Donnie and Moon, all right? All right, boss.
Let's do
Here we
this.
go. Here we go.
I mean, you guys were
Lock it up.
exhibition match there. You know, you guys are pretty good.
You don't got to get bitter, man. Like
Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
just
dude.
we're just trying to see
Let's
it.
see how
Play
well
the
you
game.
guys
loser.
do.
Okay, here we go. Learn, you read these.
All right. All right, guys. Name something you might bring on a date. Name something you might bring on a date. Number 2, name something that flies. Name something that flies. Number 3, name something that makes you itch. Again, name something that makes you itch. Number 4, name something that a parent would disapprove of. Something that a parent would disapprove of. Number 5, name something people put on salads. Something that people put on salads.
Oh, man, there's 1 or 2 that are just, like slow pitch. But there's a couple that are oddly specific, yeah?
I don't want to talk any trash.
All right, you guys are playing for Brian. You need to match 3 of your 5 answers. I'll count it down.
This is a nothing but positive game, so talking trash is kind of hard to do, but we do it somehow, don't we?
Right.
I think there are correct answers to each one of these questions.
Oh, of
and
course.
I have, of course, the correct answers on my sheet.
All right, buddy.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Lock it up. Here we go.
Number 1, name something you might bring on a date.
3, 2, 1.
Flowers.
The correct answer is condom.
Wow.
Flowers. That's the answer. Damn it.
What did you say?
Flowers.
What did you say?
Floss.
Well, that's very true of you.
Dental floss?
Hey, we got the first 3 letters.
To make sure you don't have anything in your teeth when you're out on a date.
You love the floss, man.
But the flowers,
Okay,
that was the
Donnie,
answer.
Yes, I would imagine, yes, bringing floss would be a good idea. But what would make you think he would say that?
It's okay.
Let's just move on.
Let's just move on.
What, do I look like a guy that doesn't floss? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what we're saying
That
at
is
all.
that's a
Nobody's
very
saying
practical
anything.
answer. Yes, and you probably should gum or floss. But okay.
Let's see how this
Condom
goes.
was the right answer.
I'm not upset.
Number 2, name something that flies.
3, 2, 1.
Bird.
There we go.
Right answer.
Number 3, name something that makes you itch.
3, 2, 1.
Mosquito
Poison
bite.
ivy.
Dang it. I had poison ivy, and I thought,
I had
oh,
poison
Donnie's
ivy,
not
too.
hiking. Yeah, he's more of a mosquito bite guy.
Yeah, you're right.
Man, we got to get the next 2 right.
Crud, I'm sorry.
The next 2 right.
I crossed it out.
We got it.
I'm going to be curious to see what your answer to this next one is.
Number 4, name something that a parent would disapprove of.
3, 2, 1.
Lying.
Drugs
I
and
put
lying.
smoking.
Drugs.
Smoking
Yeah,
all
drugs.
over.
Lying is a great answer,
Sorry,
too,
Brian.
though.
No, drugs
They're
is
all
the
good
right
answer.
answer. I
What
failed.
about smoking?
I failed
Smoking's
that.
a great answer.
Okay, great, but drugs is the right answer.
Number
I'm sorry.
Hey, dude, stop.
I'm sorry.
Just for fun.
Just for funsies. Number 5, name something people put on salads.
3, 2, 1.
Dressing. Man, twice as good as you, Rizz. Twice as good.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
And
see
the
what.
thing that's so crazy is that I don't know how to take games not seriously. So like
okay.
I just feel like I want to win this.
I want that
every
energy.
time.
That's the energy.
All right, Tim, pick 2 people.
Let's go Rizz and Moon.
Riz
All right,
and
right.
Moon.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I like you.
Hand the sheet
Lock it
over to
up.
Donnie. Let's have Donnie read those 5 questions here. Donnie, you ready?
Yep, ready.
Okay, here we go. All right, Moon.
Number 1, name something you associate with California. Number 1, name something you associate with California.
Okay.
Number 2, name something a person might knit. Name something a person might knit.
Okay.
Number 3, name something you buy by the roll. Name something you buy by the roll.
Okay.
Number 4, name something you shake before using. Name something you shake before using.
The music is great, by the way.
Just man enough. Number 5, name something offered on airline flights. Name something offered on airline flights.
Oh, man.
Okay. Moon, what are you thinking here?
Man, I'm thinking there's a lot of like number 1 answers. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Per question.
I think we are good here. I'm feeling confident for Tim. We got to match 3 of the 5. Let's get the answers. Learn you kind of
Oh
back.
man, I'm just wondering if you went general or specific.
Well, let's find out together. Here we go. Donnie?
Wait, am I counting down or what am I
No,
doing?
I'll
you're
count down.
reading the
I'm reading
questions
the
back,
question.
and then
You got it.
Learn's going to count down.
I'm here. I'm
all
here.
good. All good, Donnie.
Name something you associate with California.
3, 2, 1.
Hollywood.
I tell you what, I was almost said the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I almost said Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm glad you didn't.
I had
Hollywood.
L.A. marked down too, but Hollywood, baby.
All right, number 2, name something a person might knit.
3, 2, 1.
Sweater.
Darn it.
Dang it.
I had quilt and then I put hat.
I put scarf.
A knit
Sweater.
hat.
What? You had sweater?
Yeah. Like a cable knit sweater?
Yeah. That's all right.
Number 3, name something you buy by the roll.
3, 2, 1.
Toilet
TP.
paper. Yeah.
Paper.
Okay.
We just got to do one of the next two. We're good.
This is looking good.
All right,
This is
number
looking
4.
great.
Name something you shake before using.
3, 2, 1.
Dressing.
paint.
Dang, guys.
Yeah.
All very good. Both answers are
Right?
very good.
Salad dressing.
I had milk.
You shake your milk?
I do. I'm weird about it.
Spray paint.
But who would answer that besides you?
I don't know. My
Who would
soulmate.
say that?
I'm just not sure why it's that offensive. That
Yeah.
that
It
does
is an offensive answer.
He gets upset
I don't
about
care if you shake your milk.
drinks.
But what would you think? Like if we were playing the game and you wrote milk down,
I'm not playing with you guys. I wrote it down for myself because I wasn't actively playing.
why do you like it bubbled?
I would have
Bubbled
said
up?
dressing. Did you say dressing?
I said dressing.
Yeah, if I would have been playing, it would have been dressing all the way.
All right, well, it comes down to this.
Number 5. Name something offered on airline flights.
3, 2, 1.
Alcohol.
Goodbye, everybody.
Water.
Wow.
We just talked about certain airlines not offering alcohol anymore.
Oh, no, when did we talk about that?
It's like
What
2 weeks
airline
ago.
does
Yeah, like a
not
couple weeks
offer
ago.
all?
See,
No,
back
we were
up.
talking about it could be a possibility because people are acting a fool.
Yeah, dude.
We always talk about drunken tomfoolery up in the
but
air.
not
Did
exactly.
you say alcohol?
Yeah.
And you said water?
I said water.
Water is a little too generic. Like,
I'm sorry.
because it's not like they give you free water. They give you, what do you want to drink? Oh, I want
Exactly. And so
soda
who's
or
drinking
water.
more of? I mean,
Donnie.
what's being drank more?
What's the
I'm
answer?
not
Coffee or
mad
water?
about it. I'm just have an opinion.
What's
I
a
know,
better
but, like-
answer, water or alcohol?
I would say alcohol.
Fine. I shall accept Donnie's ruling.
But I don't even feel great about that answer.
This is not going
What
well.
would you have said?
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Because
And they don't serve peanuts on planes anymore.
Well, or whatever.
They got a
We're in
peanut
the
allergy.
80s. Well, we don't have to bring them into this.
I honestly, I feel like Rizz yells at me for everything.
You know
Like,
what?
Yeah,
I'm done.
that's my job here. Is to be yelled at. But I also yell a lot too.
Will, pick 2 people.
Can I get Rizz and Moon?
Yeah, baby.
Riz and Moon again? Okay.
Oh, okay,
All
so
right.
let's see how this goes again.
There. All right.
Redemption.
Redemption time. Donnie, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Questions. Here we go.
All right, number 1. Name something you associate with Superman. Name something you associate with Superman. Number 2. Name something you associate with witches. Name something you associate with witches. Number 3. Name something that squirts.
What was that?
I'm sorry. Name something that squirts.
Oh, okay. We don't have to go dirty with it. Okay.
Number 4. Name something people eat on a diet. Name something people eat on a diet. And number 5. Name something you might see a commercial for during a baseball game. Name something you might see a commercial for during a baseball game.
Why are you look confused?
Because I am confused. I don't even have an answer for that one.
I mean, have you ever watched a baseball game on TV?
Sure, but so something you need to know, famous. Mama Moon is famous for never having heard a commercial. She has muted commercials for my entire life.
What?
Yeah, every baseball, and she watches every baseball game. So I'm always used to watching baseball games, and then as soon as the inning ends or whatever, she's boop, mutes.
Why?
Because that's her, I don't know, why Mama Moon? There's a lot of whys around Mama Moon, but that,
That is interesting.
so to tell you the truth, I don't think I've seen a commercial during.
I mean, do you only watch baseball games with your mother?
Well, no, I'm just saying, but I mean, there was
You
a
haven't
lot.
been anywhere where a baseball game was on the TV and a commercial came on?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm already
You're
investing.
in your
so
40s.
Hey, back off, because I think we're going 4 for 5.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we don't even need 5. You know what? I don't even want to know your answer for 5.
Oh, no, you're getting my answer.
You know what? I'm going to scratch out my answer
You're getting
because
your
I have
answer.
no answer.
Right?
I'm that confident.
How would you not have an answer for
I'm
that
that
one?
confident.
Listen, I just want to say what's not going to get me yelled at.
Here.
That's really
We just
it.
want to
Here we
leave.
go.
You don't
Let's
understand.
go.
We just
Let's
want to have a
go.
weekend.
Playing for Will here. We got to give away a prize. Let's go.
All right, number 1. Name something you associate with Superman.
3, 2, 1.
Cape.
Woo! Here we go. Boys
I'm telling
are
you,
back. The
it's
boys are
1,
back.
2, 3,
This
4.
next one is going to be, I think I may have put the wrong thing down.
You did.
All right, number 2.
You can change it.
No, I'm going to stick with it.
Oh, you blew it. You
Name
blew it.
something you associate with witches.
3, 2, 1.
Broom. Oh!
Very good.
going to say
That's why I
hat?
didn't change it.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't change
Hat's
it.
number 2.
That's why I didn't change it.
I had
Great.
spells.
I would have changed it to hat, or in St. Louis, hat, but
Yeah.
I didn't.
Lived here my whole life, and I do not say it that way. Number 3.
Watch this.
But
3
plenty
for
of people
3.
do. Plenty of people do.
3 for 3.
Number 3. Name something that squirts.
3, 2, 1.
Water gun.
Right on. Look at go,
Gentlemen.
Will. Outstanding.
Credit where it's due.
Congratulations, Will.
Oh, wait.
Hang on, buddy.
Let's get number 4 because I told you we won't even need 5.
Name something people eat on a diet.
3, 2, 1.
Salad.
Yes,
I
yes.
told you.
You go 5 for 5. Everybody on the
Almost rice
phone wins.
cakes.
Let's go.
Let's go 5 for 5.
Name something.
Hey, wait.
You want me to unscratch?
Okay, wait.
Hey.
I'm gonna say this for Will. Will's on the phone. If we go 5 for 5, let's give Will every prize we have.
I
All
love
right,
this.
I
Give him
like
tickets
that.
for
Let's have
everything.
ourselves a Friday.
Oh,
Give
no.
him tickets for everything.
Dude,
Thanks for the
Will's
pressure.
Friday just got way better.
Let's get Will. It gets tickets for everything. We get this right.
I'm sorry, Will.
All right, here we go. Number 5 for Will. Name something you might see a commercial for during a baseball game.
3, 2, 1.
Insurance. Oh, yeah, beer.
Sorry, Will.
That's
Those
the
were
right,
great
that's the right
answers,
answer.
though.
I had ED
Insurance.
pills.
Beer is the right answer, and I am deeply sorry that I went 4 for 5.
Yo, man, insurance is one of the first things I thought of.
Yeah.
Okay. See?
Just because now, too, man, like, you know how it is watching on the stream, like on the Bally Sports stream, they show like 3 stinking commercials.
I know, but
and it's the same ones
but as
over and over
sporting
and over
event,
again.
it's beer, it's cars.
Beer. I wasn't thinking.
Cars and
I
like
wasn't thinking.
trucks and and
Meds.
beer.
First of all,
I am sorry.
okay, see, I don't think you need to be sorry. I thought that was a good answer. And Rizz, I think you're at about a 12, and we need you about an 8.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Wow,
back a
Donnie
little
just
bit.
told you to
No,
calm
he's
down.
right. He's right.
We got one more?
That's a sign.
We have 2 more. Seppo, hello.
Hey, what's up?
right.
Give me Lern and Moon.
Learn
All right.
and Moon.
Go.
Okay, Donnie, you read the questions again.
Got
Hang
it.
on. All right, Learn and Moon, and yeah, here we go.
We got this.
All right, number 1. Name an occasion where parents force their kids to wear a certain outfit. Number 1. Name an occasion where parents force their kids to wear a certain outfit. Number 2. Name something that might come out of your nose when you laugh. Number 2. Name something that might come out of your nose when you laugh. Number 3. Name a word that rhymes with election. Name a word that rhymes with election. All right. Number 4. Name a food that you might lick. Name a food that you might lick. And finally, number 5. Name something you might eat with crackers. Name something you might eat with crackers. That's number 5.
I thought I had the answer, and then I realized now I have the answer.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I feel good.
You know.
I feel good for Seppo here.
You know exactly what it is.
All right, let's get the answers. I'll count it down. Here we go, Donnie.
Name an occasion where parents force their kids to wear a certain outfit.
3, 2, 1.
Church.
Yes. Boom. Boom.
Number 2, name something that might come out of your nose when you laugh.
3, 2, 1.
A drink. Dang it.
It's not too. It's not the right answer.
Number 3, name a word that rhymes with election.
3, 2, 1.
Erection.
Yes. Gotta go one more.
Number 4, name a food that you might lick.
3, 2, 1.
Ice cream.
Winner for Seppo. For fun.
Number 5, name something you might eat with crackers.
3, 2, 1.
Cheese. I scratched out soup because I thought, wait a second, it's Lern.
I had soup
like
too.
Cheese
I scratched
bros.
out soup as well.
Best friends of cheese.
We have
love
one more
cheese.
set.
One more. Yeah.
Somebody put in the chat, insurance is such a moon response.
Christian,
hell does that
last
mean?
I
contestant.
don't know, but I'll take it.
All right, pick 2 people.
Rizz and Donnie.
Rizz and Donnie.
Here we go.
Okay. Hang on one second.
Here you go.
All right.
Or Moon, if you
Oh, yeah, you want to do it?
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Donnie and me.
Okay, number 1 is name something hot. Numero dos, name an animal that starts with the letter E. Number 3, name a word that rhymes with teeny. Number 4, Name something people ride that causes them to throw up. And number 5, name something in your refrigerator that you should thank a cow for.
That's too easy.
I didn't say nothing, man. I'm just hosting.
You want to fight after the show, or are you?
No, he
are
just
you
threw
cool?
he threw the paper down.
I feel like we're all going to get our asses beat going out to our cars later. I don't know.
Going down fighting.
I did bring tire iron with me. We're playing for Christian. Here we go. Let's get the answers.
Number 1, name something hot.
3, 2, 1.
Lava.
Yes.
Both of those things are hot.
All right, you guys are on the same page. Number 2, name an animal that starts with the letter E.
3, 2, 1.
Elephant.
Very good.
All right.
Let's roll.
Number 3, name a word that rhymes with teeny.
3, 2, 1.
Weenie. Damn it. Come on, man.
You said beanie?
What? I'm
said
sorry,
beanie.
what?
It's all right.
He said beanie. I said weenie.
Oh. New to the show, Donnie?
I
Everything's about wieners here.
Play the wings.
I had to. I left that blank and came back to it,
Yeah.
and beanie was what I thought
Oh,
of, and now I'm completely disappointed in myself.
Oh, we got to
Penis is the default.
we got to sweep out here, Donnie, and I think we'll be okay.
We got it. I think we got it.
All right. Well, it comes down to this one.
Number 4, name something people ride that causes them to throw up.
3, 2, 1.
Roller coaster.
All right.
Okay. So, hey, you think this is gimme? I hope you're right.
2 acceptable answers for name something in your refrigerator that you should thank a cow for.
3, 2, 1.
Milk. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
See, you and me?
Would you say cheese?
Yes. If it were Lern and I
Yeah.
would have said cheese. If it were one of you, I'd have said milk.
Could have said steak. A steak in the fridge. But no, milk. Thank you. Thank you, Donnie. That's a high five.
Good, you guys. And that made sense because Moon and I were matching up earlier,
Yeah.
and you guys were matching
There
up
we go.
earlier.
3 winners. Congratulations.
Makes sense.
We're moving on. All right, Friday Fail Stories up next. It is, and warning, some brutal ones first. We'll get those out of the way, and then we'll carry on. 8:26 Friday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The wildest show in racing is this Friday and Saturday night at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Formula Drift is back for their only Midwest appearance. Go to www.raceway.com for more info. Would you look at that? Everything looks pretty clear. Your point forecast, expect a hot and very humid day, high in the mid to low 90s, and thick humidity is going to create a pretty intense heat index near 100. Possible storms, high of 94, low of 74. Right now it is 78 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, folks, time for your Friday Fail Story. All right, so all these people thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, that perfect plan went completely sideways, and it became an Uber.
Yes.
An ultra.
No.
I'm going to say it. Dare I say it? Mega.
No,
Here
no.
we go.
Fail.
Woo! Yeah.
You
I
sound
think
great,
I
boss.
might actually be tone deaf. I really do. I think I might be.
I think, you know,
If there are dogs howling in the bike
mixed in
stand
with
area,
everybody else's voices. Nobody noticed. Friday Fail Story sponsored by.
Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
Okay, this one, I don't even like doing this story because I hate a fail for such a tragic thing. But there is a positive message to come out of it. And Moon sent me this yesterday. This 18-year-old kid from Sacramento, the baseball player.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It's brutal.
terrible.
18-year-old kid from Sacramento lighting off fireworks with his buddies on July 4th when one malfunctioned and exploded in his hand. I mean, he had to have his right hand amputated.
Oh, bummer.
And the real tragedy here is that the kid was a high school baseball standout with plans to play in college. Like 3-time all-conference player in high school.
Over.
And yes, it's a fail story because he got his hand blown off in a fireworks accident. Spinning it into a positive, he's hoping that his story can help stop this type of thing from happening
Yeah.
in the future.
I hope so. I thought you were going to say, spinning it into a positive, Jim Abbott.
Well, I mean, yeah,
There's
he
that.
did have a no-hit. Remember Jim Abbott pitched a no-hitter?
dude, he had an impressive MLB career. I mean, that guy was around the show for over 10 years easy.
I think the vast majority of the audience is like, what? But like
Jim
baseball
Abbott,
people were like, ooh.
Jim Abbott had one hand. And he would take his baseball glove, so when he pitched, and he would then put it on his other hand and field and then figure out how to throw when...
Wow.
Going to go ahead and say...
Pitch the no-hitter.
It's probably not likely that this guy will be the second Jim Abbott, because I'm pretty sure Jim Abbott was born like that.
Yeah. The family was asked what type of fireworks he was lighting at the time. They didn't want to talk about the specifics, but enough to blow his hand off. I'm not even going to hit the fail on that. I feel bad enough that we even did the story, but I want to spin it as a positive like the family is. Hey.
Awareness.
Yeah, man.
Don't be stupid.
Man, that stuff is fun, but you really do have to watch yourself.
You got to be careful.
Of course. Now this one. Yes, tragic ending, but I will hit the fail story on this.
Okay.
The fail story sounder. 34-year-old guy found dead inside the fridge of a Minnesota home on June 26th. Why was he in the fridge? Because he was hiding from the police.
Okay.
Brandon Lee Bushman had allegedly run into a basement inside a home because of a possible police presence. He went into the freezer to hide, not realizing the latch mechanism was broken.
Oh,
wow.
Unable to open the door to the freezer, which was not on at the time, and he died in the freezer because he could not get out.
So he suffocated?
Failed.
Isn't there a seal? Isn't there a seal on the like when you shut a freezer door, a fridge door?
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be airtight.
Isn't it airtight?
Yeah, I mean, you hear it like sort of thing. At least ours does.
Well, yeah. Do you remember? There was like a rash of kids like dying in freezers or fridges when people would leave them out on the curb for pickup for
Oh, yeah.
garbage.
Well, that was when they had like a full-on latch. Now you can push most of them open. But those old school ones have the the
well,
metal.
then the law was you had to take the door off before you put it out.
Is that
Yeah.
was made a law? That's
That
why
was
I find
made a
those things
law.
in the river?
That was made a law, at least when I was growing up back east. Like that, I don't know if it was a nationwide law, or a New York law, but it was a law that if you were to put your fridge out at the curb, the door had to be off because kids were dying.
Wow.
Really?
I don't remember
kids.
that. That's crazy.
Dude, I'll tell you, there was certain times of year, especially after floods or different things, like you go down to certain rivers in Missouri, and you find stacks of, float, all the driftwood and all that, and there's always a fridge.
Yep.
There's always a doorless fridge. Mm-hmm. I don't know how these end up in rivers so much, but like, oh, what do we do with this thing?
River.
Take it to the river.
Hey, cool to float on, or like a raft. I
Yes.
mean, they got like the.
I'm sorry, what? A refrigerator?
Oh, like the door.
Oh, the door. I'm not talking about the doors. I'm
Oh,
talking
whole
about
fridge.
full
Oh, full
fridges
fridge.
end up on banks all the time. You're like,
Well,
what the
yeah.
heck?
I mean, put a fridge in the water. That'll float.
Yeah.
No way. A fridge.
Absolutely.
You don't think the weight and all the crap
Nope.
on the bottom?
It's like a vessel.
I mean, the back?
No, if
Be
you
heavy.
open the door, are there like inside a fridge
You
is
turning a fridge into a canoe, Rizz?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's some New York talk right there, I think. I don't know, man.
yeah. A fridge will float if the body doesn't fill up with
I
water.
mean, I guess so. That's why they end up on banks and things.
A
That
German man
seems
has died
wild.
following a botched penis enlargement. That's right. Botched penis enlargement. 32-year-old guy who, we don't know his name, reportedly had silicone oil injected into his dingling by a catering worker posing as a medic.
Oh, great.
He succumbed to sepsis. So the man alleged to have carried out the procedure had no medical qualifications. In fact, he advertised his injections through an online ad. Well, this seems like it's on the up and up. So the victim received the injection into his penis and scrotum at an apartment, not in a doctor's office. Again, everything seems legit here. The victim reportedly began experiencing breathing problems shortly after going back home, wound up going to a hospital, spent months in agony in an intensive care ward. Prosecutors claim the injection caused the victim to suffer sepsis, which is an overreaction of the body's immune system because of infection. The silicone oil ended up in this guy's bloodstream,
Oh, my goodness.
and he died.
Failed.
Now, liquid silicone injections for genital enlargement have been used for years, despite the risks involved. So they work by provoking the body's immune system to react to the foreign substance by forming a thick mass. This, in theory, increases the size and thickness of the tissue injected, giving the men the bigger dong they desire. But is the risk worth the reward?
I mean, that's a thick mass.
Sure is.
You know?
I love this story. Last Monday afternoon, a guy walked into a nail salon in Atlanta, ordered everyone on the floor, please surrender your money.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I saw this.
This is
Not
very
one
hot.
person. Not one person.
Dude.
Not one crowded salon. Not one customer. Not an employee listened. In the video, they completely ignored the guy.
Like, it is amazing.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite videos I think I've
It
ever
is
seen.
so good. And it is so the vibe of a nail salon.
The guy walks in. This is a robbery. He's armed.
Right.
Nobody listened.
Everybody's like filing, like looking at you like, shut up.
One woman who was near the door decided to leave while the robber was trying to take control of the situation. That was basically the only movement there. The surveillance video shows the guy pacing inside with a gun in his hand. Eventually, he leaves with zero, nada, nothing, fail.
Bye.
Nothing. Fail. Like, you need to take something just so you don't leave empty-handed.
Yeah, I'm taking this comb, or I'm taking this.
I'm taking this OPI nail polish.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm taking the barbicide, whatever the blue stuff is.
Oh, man.
So,
Are we just so...
He's still. Well, the police would still like to speak with him.
was it confirmed that it was a weapon? Because it was in a bag.
Even if you pretend it's a weapon, it's a weapon and the commission of a crime.
Yeah.
Police would like to speak with him.
Like, are we just so overdone with robberies and crime and mass shootings in this nation that we're just ignoring? Now we're just like, whatever, man.
I guess the dude just must have come off like not threatening
Right.
at all.
Right.
Like, how little was this guy actually?
Is he like the neighborhood, like, brother that's always just up to shenanigans and, he's just trying something new? And he's like, oh, it's Brad.
It's Brad again.
Brad, shut up, Brad.
Brad's harmless.
Okay, Brad.
Well, Brad's harmless. He ain't going to do anything anyway. Just ignore Brad.
Your mother's back here, Brad.
He'll eventually just leave. Security guard at a Walmart in Alpena, Michigan, saw a 54-year-old guy, Andrew Fernelius, steal dog food and other pet stuff from the store 5 different times in the past year. How did they know it was Andrew? Because Dummy gave his license to the pharmacy to pick up some medicine before stealing everything. He's been charged with first-degree retail fraud.
I feel like that's the kind of criminal that I would be. Just real dumb. I mean, that is just, I don't have a criminal mind, man.
No, you don't. You don't got a criminal heart, Donnie. That's true.
Now, I'm assuming this was a guest, hopefully not the groom. Cops in Iowa got a report this month about a man laying in the middle of an intersection around 4 in the morning. When they get there, they find 25-year-old Lane Schrewers still passed out in the road. Now, he'd obviously been drinking, and so he was out. He was snoring in the middle of the road. They woke him up. He explained he'd just come from a wedding reception at a golf resort and a casino nearby. He admitted he had drank a lot that night. The resort is 3 miles from where they found him.
Wow.
Wow.
And there's no mention of DUI, so he apparently decided to walk home and got tired along the way
I get it.
and just passed out in the road. I'm going to take a nap right here.
This looks good.
Man. We partied down at a friend's house, or near a friend's house. He was living in Dallas. Kind of a cool, like, apartment kind of thing. It was like maybe like a condo or something, townhouse. And so all the buildings kind of looked the same, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, I'd say a mile or 2 down the road, the last spot that we were at. And one of our guys decided to hang back. Hey, I'll catch a ride or something. This is probably before Uber or right around the beginning of that. I'll catch a ride. Well, we all woke up in the morning and we're getting coffee and we're like, where is so-and-so? And he wasn't there. And then while we're having a coffee, like, how do we get a hold of him? His phone's dead. We're trying to call the guy. His phone's dead. We don't know. What are we going to do? We're going to have to backtrack or figure something out. I don't know what the heck happened. And then there's a knock on the door. And there he was. We said, where you been? He said, in the rock ditch right over there.
Yeah.
He said he walked all the way back to the complex, couldn't remember the number, so he laid down in the irrigation ditch and fell asleep there.
Well, this guy's lucky nobody ran him over. Like, he was in the middle of the road, and one of the roads at the intersection is a highway. So he was arrested for public intoxication, but he got off pretty easy. He paid a $250 fine and an $100 in court costs. But
Fail.
34-year-old guy in Kansas City arrested last Friday after stealing a Kansas City Area Transportation Authority bus.
Well,
They wouldn't have missed it. I could understand why
So
he tried.
he stole the bus just after midnight in the Tower Homes neighborhood. Cops spotted him heading north on 71. Followed with lights and sirens until he pulled over to avoid stop sticks. Officers had to pry the doors open and forcefully remove him from the bus. Moon, was he hammered?
You betcha.
You betcha. You betcha. He's already got a bunch of DUIs under his belt. So in addition to facing charges for stealing the bus, he'll be looking at another DUI charge. The bus was undamaged.
Failed.
So filthy rich people, they can't even tell you how much milk costs, right? So I'm not surprised they don't know Amazon drivers don't always show up in a big blue van. So a 30-year-old woman named near Allentown, Pennsylvania, delivering packages in her own car. This is earlier this month. You know, Amazon has a program called Amazon Flex where you could do that, like take your own car on deliveries. I've seen it in my neighborhood. So one of her stops was a huge mansion owned by a 70-year-old media tycoon named Steven Saslow. 14,000 square feet, 72-acre estate. Indoor pool with a retractable roof. This guy's got money.
Woof.
There's a security gate. So when she showed up to drop off his package, he had to let her in first. But then even after he did, he pulled the gun on her. It sounds like he was worried she wasn't really with Amazon because she was in a 2019 Dodge minivan.
Oh.
So she must have said, it's Amazon, and he's expecting the Amazon van to pull up,
right.
But a 2019 Dodge minivan pulls up. So before she even got out of the car, he's pointing a short-barreled shotgun at her.
Holy smokes.
She told the cops she put her hands up, let him know, I'm but Amazon.
I'm looking for Ray
And my 2
Finkel.
kids are in the car.
Oh, my gosh. Really? Her kids were there?
Not my kids, her kids.
I know. That's what I said. Her kids were there?
He had the shotgun in one hand, grabbed the package with the other. Then he kept pointing it at her and told her to get off his property. She left and called the cops. He's facing charges for reckless endangerment.
Fail.
I'm sure his defense is, how am I supposed to know that that's not somebody pretending and about to rob me on my property? Now, I'm not saying it's right, but if you really have no idea and you're suspecting everybody or everything, I mean, I can understand a little fear. I'm not pulling shotguns.
I mean, he held her at gunpoint and took the package.
I mean, that's Ray Finkel's parents. That's Ray Finkel's dad through the hole.
Yikes.
Hey, it certainly wasn't one of these things. I saw these one of these yesterday on
Prime
44.
Van?
No, the new ones made by
Electric?
Rivian. Yeah.
Oh, no, I haven't seen those.
This thing pulled out in front of us, and I go, what the heck is that? Look at that.
That's awesome.
My son's like, I guess those are the new electric ones. And Rivian Prime Vans. These things are out and about now.
Yeah, cool.
Around us.
I haven't seen those yet. Around 11 in the morning on Tuesday, Lincoln, Nebraska police pulled over Microsoft. Pulled over a motorcycle driven by a 20-year-old. He was doing 106.
Ooh.
Hauling.
Pretty
He was
fast.
doing
You know
106
what?
on the highway.
Like a 60 or 60 mile per hour speed zone?
I'm assuming
Okay.
106 anywhere you go is over the speed limit. Dude had a revoked driver's license. Turns out he just had his driver's license revoked. I mean, when I say just, like minutes earlier, he got pulled over on his bike just after leaving the courthouse after being sentenced for speeding. Now he's facing new charges, including speeding, driving under suspension, and careless driving.
Fail. Another charge for being an idiot.
I was driving into work today at like 4 a.m. and motorcyclists on 270 just, like sped by going 100 over. I was like,
Yeah,
damn.
all right.
Good thing I
Open
wasn't paying
road, huh?
attention. You know?
And finally, I don't fully get how the physics work on this, but it's probably easier in the sweatiest, stickiest month of the year. Okay, so a 24-year-old guy, Michael Brennan, got arrested on Wednesday after he used a stolen credit card to book a 17-night stay at a vacation home near Clearwater, Florida. Cops found a bunch of credit cards, IDs, and Social Security cards that belonged to other people. Now, while they were booking him into jail, they asked if he had any drugs or contraband on him, and he said no. But then they strip searched him and found a .22 caliber bullet hidden under his dingles. Yes, the family jewels.
What?
Yeah, it shoved up there under the dingleberries? Was it?
No, under his
Nutsack.
Yes.
It's just a great word.
Yes.
I mean,
I was trying to be classy about it, but okay.
Hang on a minute. I'm trying to visualize
Dingles.
this as a woman.
Well,
Like, you can
Well, again,
It's like a
it is
pouch?
the sweatiest and stickiest month of the year, so I'm assuming
It just stuck up
it's
there.
like if you lick a card and you put it on your
Put it-
forehead.
Yeah, okay. All right. That makes sense. That's right.
It's one bullet. I don't know why you wanted to sneak a bullet into jail, but the officer who had to retrieve it noted it hadn't been fired, so it was a live round. On top of the fraud stuff, they tacked on a felony charge for introducing contraband into a detention facility. Yeah.
Weird.
Weird, right?
Failed.
And those are your Friday fail stories.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to everyone who did stupid things this week. Never a shortage of stories. Appreciate it. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and Moon's got your sports. It is 8:53. It is Friday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The wildest show in racing is this Friday and Saturday night at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Formula Drift is back for their only Midwest appearance. Go to www.raceway.com for more info. Only thing I'm showing is a crash on Mattis at Tesson Ferry Road. Looks like that might start backing things up towards 270. Your point forecast, hot and very humid. High in the low, mid to low 90s and thick humidity. A heat index near 100. Possible storms, high of 94, low of 74. Right now it is 80 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
Chris Kattan in studio a week from today.
Oh,
You want to come in, Donnie?
I don't know, man. The first time that he came through, he kind of weirded me out a bit.
Well, Moon's not going to be here, and
That's a big
I believe
deal.
Rafe's not going to be here, so we'd love to have you.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, that day was just weird.
Well,
man.
he
was
was
wild.
he was in a second time, and he was fine. This would be a third time.
Look at Donnie
It was-
nodding.
Dude, it was
Okay.
just, I mean, like, of all of the
It
experiences
was
I've had
wild.
in studio, that one was crazy.
That
Like,
was
It was a wild experience. That
I
day.
can't wait.
It was
to meet
cool.
him.
Don't you want to be there for an opportunity to maybe have that happen again?
Oh, boy. Maybe.
That's the only time I've ever run out of delay and had to dump out of the whole show.
Yep.
Like I had to
We were
end the show
screaming.
early.
We were all screaming to cover whatever was being said. Like, yeah,
I
we gotta
had
go.
to leave the show
We just
early.
gotta go.
It was wild. All right, sports here in a moment. I'm going to the soccer match tomorrow night. Looking forward to it.
Nice.
Quite exciting.
City's taking on Miami,
Yep.
and yeah, have
Is
you been-
Messi going to be there?
No, I think
No,
he
he's
starts
starting
next
next
week.
Oh, damn it.
There was a chance for a little while, like, oh my God, he could get a start here in St. Louis. That's why people were starting to sell their tickets when even the inkling of Messi
Yeah.
playing, people just started unloading their tickets.
Yeah.
And selling them for, way inflated prices.
I mean, I bet you.
I mean, he's probably not playing, but I have no information. He might be there. You said, is he going to be there? I don't know. He might
don't
be
know.
there.
Maybe.
Traveling with the team.
Maybe.
That's just so cool to just have an icon like that in the sporting world
Oh,
come
yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It would have been awesome. I mean, we had these tickets for months, even before he made the announcement. And I was like, oh, maybe there's a chance we'll
Yeah.
see Messi's first MLS game in St. Louis.
Think about this. It might be wise for him to be there and just see the team and all that. And he's not going to take a sub spot. So he might just be sitting right next to you, Rizz.
You
just,
never know.
Soaking it in.
You never know.
I mean, come on. It's possible.
You never know.
Never know.
Still, shouting out City. Hey, I'm going to the game tomorrow. Would love to see the club.
Yep.
Anyway,
I don't think they're going to let you in, man.
no.
I'd love to play goalie too, but
No. What's that club up there with the good French fries?
Are you talking about the TCU club?
Yeah.
Together Credit Union? Yeah. they're
Gerard
like
Kraft.
Those fries.
Yeah, I'd love
are-
to. I don't have tickets for that, but I'd love to, check it out.
I'd love to have a fry.
I'm telling you, I will sneak in somewhere if I know they got good fries, or at least attempt to.
Apparently, they're top notch.
Exquisite.
So
Kind
they
of
were,
reminded me of the old Clappers Steakhouse. Rest in peace. Great steak fry. Just bang.
so. Have you been to a game yet?
I have not.
Okay, so the thing is that when there's the game going on, everybody stands up.
Yep.
All 90 minutes or 90 plus minutes, everybody's on their feet. Headline: RFT. We need to sit our asses down at St. Louis City SC games.
I love it.
I started to read this.
Yeah, you saw this?
I
pulled it because I knew this would drive Moon crazy.
Oh no, it's no big deal.
So Rosalind Early is the author of this article, and she writes, "I was really tired of standing, like really tired of it. I was 88 minutes into a game between St. Louis City SC and Real Salt Lake. We were losing, and I had been standing since the game started. Beside me, my friend's feet had turned red and were swelling. A kid was standing on the back of my chair, barely able to see the pitch at all, and screaming right at ear level. There was a lot to love about City Park, the expensive but delicious concessions, the free refills, the amazing flag-flying energy from the supporter section, the chants, the excitement. It was a full-fledged experience. I agree with all those points, but standing was awful. It wasn't a vivacious, energetic dance in the aisles vertically either. It was more like standing in line at Disney World. I wasn't in the supporter section where I know sitting is not allowed, but I didn't realize the entire stadium, at least at the 100 level, stood for the entire game. I could stand for 90 minutes plus. Again, I'm reading this from the RFT. I don't want to, but I can. But I found it massively ableist. I could never take my parents to a game or my nephews. My nephews couldn't see, and my parents couldn't stand that long. Plus, looking at seating charts, the handicap seating is towards the back of the section. So if everyone in front of you is standing, you can't see. It also is absurd. This I found funny, actually, with the article. I watched people awkwardly trying to eat sometimes with a fork and stand. Sometimes you need the lap table.
I get it.
Sometimes you need the lap table.
That's why you wear a fanny pack. I'm not kidding. You wear a fanny pack, and sometimes you can just like put like the edge of the plate up to your abdomen and have it kind of on the fanny.
So like pull the fanny pack up to your nips and they'll like use that.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's how you want to roll, buddy. I'm talking just, I always have my fanny pack just above my, there were a lot of high-waisted pants. I have it always up top, like above my belly button. So, and I'm just a short-torsoed human anyway, so I can like, it's not a very long distance for the fork to go.
Wow, that's smart.
And Rosalind early writes, my sister, just put a feed bag on and just strap it right to your head.
Yeah.
I would do that.
My sister told me it's tradition, which again, it is in the supporter section, though it seems to have found it an unsafe practice stadium-wide. The whole of City Park standing the entire game perplexed my friend from Germany, who has been to the World Cup and was with me in the stands for a match against Real Salt Lake. I'm not a hater. Okay, I'm a little hater. I just think sporting events are best enjoyed on your butt with expensive food in your lap. Since standing seems to be our rigor or can be started by any group of supporters who happen to be standing in front of you, maybe we need a seated section.
So I've been to a few matches, and there's been a couple where I stood the whole time, but I'm going to say at least two of them, my son and I were sitting down, I'd say half the time at least. It was only exciting.
When I went, everybody stood the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on where you're at. I really do. I think it's how close you are to the pitch. I think it's man, I hate to say if you're in the center and kind of higher, most of those seats are sitting down. People are sitting down. That's where we were. I don't know, man. I don't know, and I bet you it kind of works itself out. Guys, it's the first season. Everybody's excited.
We're working everything out.
100%, man.
Let's let it just settle itself, you know.
I'm gonna
Rosalind doesn't want to stand.
I'm gonna follow what my mother told me a long time ago, and that is if I don't have something nice to say, to just not say it at all. And I'm gonna do that right now.
It's a very funny article, though. It's funny the way she says it.
Why don't they have a supporter section and that's nuts and everybody's standing, they got chains on the seats.
They got chains on the seats.
So why can't they do, I mean, just to be, because they are such an inclusive league and everybody's like gung-ho about like how amazing the atmosphere is and all this crap. Bringing up a point like that, okay. Like, let's say if she does find it to be quite ableist and you want to bring your elderly parents to the game, I understand that. Maybe there can be a section for such needs.
An old people section.
Or whatever, you know?
Where there's like a cream of wheat station.
Absolutely.
Listen, man, if my feet
locally made.
If my feet get tired during the soccer game and I have to sit down and can't see, well, you know, man, like it's kind of a bummer, but like I don't know. I just
am I taking this the wrong way though? Is this not tongue in cheek? I'm taking this as a tongue in cheek article.
I think it's something that she experienced that was really obnoxious.
Or she's like
writer.
really serious about this.
No, I think it's a mix of both. I mean,
it's the RFT, so I honestly don't know.
Right.
When she said ableist, that kind of got me. Maybe she's serious.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Gerald on Instant Feedback says the handicap sections are raised higher.
Oh really?
That's nice.
Well, as they should
to
be.
you, Rosalind.
There you go.
I took it as a tongue-in-cheek thing. Maybe I'm getting the tone wrong.
Listen.
Sounds like a complainy pants like me.
I just if I'm reading it in the RFT, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt.
Okay. All right. Have you ever heard of the? We've all been to a Chiefs game.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. You know the Chiefs-aholic?
Well, I went to a Bills game that was in Kansas City that the Chiefs also
That's
played.
right.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
That's right, Johnny.
Have you heard of the Chiefs-aholic? He's a Kansas City Chiefs super fan who wears a wolf costume under his Chiefs garb.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is nuts.
And he's almost at every home and away game. His name is Xavier. And, man, so if you're going to every Chiefs game, home and away,
You got some money.
You got some money, right? Like, that's expensive.
Yeah.
Where that money comes from.
How is he? He must have, like, a good job.
Right.
Well, it turns out he funded his hobby by robbing banks. He's accused of robbing 7 banks between April and December of 2022. Nebraska, Iowa, Tennessee, Oklahoma. He attempted to rob 2 credit unions in Minnesota. He ended up with a haul of $845,000.
Damn.
Wow.
Which he laundered through casinos. And he's facing up to 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine for each charge.
Holy smokes.
He actually told his social media followers that he made a, quote, excellent living managing warehouses across the Midwest. And he said, hard work pays off. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Well, he's in jail.
So what happened with that? Like, he was charged again? Because I know this happened, like, we talked about this earlier, like, at the end of the season.
He was on the run.
Oh, he was. Okay, so it was suspected when it came out in, like, January or whatever?
He was on the run.
Man.
They got him.
What a story. By the way this plays and the way that it even reads when you're talking about it, we're going to see a Netflix special about this in 6 years.
100%.
The Chiefs-aholic?
I mean, just a real guy that, like, is dressing up as a wolf, robbing banks, and watching football games with it.
If nothing else, this is an ESPN 30 for 30.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
I'm already interested.
You know what? Once he gets out of jail.
I haven't seen the trailer, and I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Once he's out of jail, and he's repentant, and, you know, he tells a story, I could see it being a 30 for 30 thing.
Because he'll get
tells a
paid
story.
for it.
No, see, I think this is one where, I mean, this is interesting enough that they could piece this together without his, with the new stuff and the court stuff.
He does half the time. You got 10 years. He'll probably get out in 5.
It depends on how Missouri courts work, I think.
I just keep thinking to myself, I love the Bills so much. I would not rob a bank for the Bills. Like, I just...
Well, then you don't really love them.
I guess I don't. You're right. You're right. I'm not willing to take a felony charge. No thanks.
All right, here's sports. What do you got?
First of all, congratulations to Phillip Rivers, the former quarterback for the Chargers. Looks like the guy's trying to build an offense. His wife's pregnant with their 10th child.
Jeez.
Yeah, 10th child. So congratulations. I think
can't afford a vasectomy.
I think his wife was quoted as saying, "We're going for double digits."
Does he know? I don't know about NFL insurance, but my insurance covered my vasectomy.
Yeah.
I get my
Good for him. He's
kids'
got the
names
money.
mixed up, and I've got 3. I can't imagine with 10. I'd have to name them numbers. That's the only way I'd keep them straight.
Also, tubal ligation for the ladies wanting to get their tubes tied, like, sometimes is covered under insurance. So
I know when you have that many kids, can you spend enough quality time with them?
I mean, you're talking about like the father in Whoville?
Like when you have that many kids, like I got 2 kids, and you know, I struggle to have enough time, you know, with the 2 kids.
Yeah,
but
give them the attention they deserve.
But you don't have Phillip Rivers' money and time.
Does Phillip Rivers? I mean, Phillip Rivers is off. He's still playing, right?
No, he retired.
He retired.
He's retired?
Yeah, he's
That's what I'm
retired,
saying, man.
and I bet you that he made a significant. I mean, he was a big money quarterback for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I bet you he's got a ton of dough stashed away.
Money doesn't buy time.
You know, you're right.
Donnie.
You're right.
Yes, it
May
does.
buy big houses.
That's exactly what it buys.
And the ability to have 10 kids.
I don't know, man. That Shiny Happy People documentary with all the kids, the 19 kids. I mean, the kids were raising the other kids. So I don't think you have enough time.
Money does buy time. The guy's retired. He's 38,
retired, yeah.
Or whatever.
Okay.
You know, come on, man. So, the St. Louis Blues president of hockey operations and GM Doug Armstrong announced Wednesday the team has signed forward Oscar Sundqvist to a 1-year, one-way contract worth $775,000. Sundqvist. He's 29 years old right now, returns to the Blues after a 5-year stint with the team, 2017 to 2022. Collected a heck of a lot of points with us, 83. Then he also went, last season, he split time between the Red Wings and the Minnesota Wild, tallying 28 points there. Seems like a very nice
Hell
guy.
of a smile.
Yeah, hell of a smile, and he loves St. Louis.
He does.
A few weeks ago, he had his picture taken with a doggo over in Soulard. It's some like dog parade, something or the other. And I was like, I think Oscar's got a good chance of sticking around in St. Louis. I think he's gonna.
And he seemed genuinely happy to
Happy to be back.
Dude, 100%. And he on that fourth line with Alex Torpchenko. Oh baby, I'm ready for hockey season. Let's go.
I saw him at, remember 5 Star Burger when that was open here?
Yeah.
I saw him down there. That is all.
I don't know what podcast. It was Bill Maher's podcast yesterday. I was listening to it, and there was an episode where Bill Maher was talking about how hockey is so boring. And I thought, really?
That to me
Boring.
to me, hockey is the best sport to watch in person.
It's
in
so
person,
exciting.
it's my favorite sport to watch in person. I love it
too.
so much. I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I do too, and I'm not like a big sports fan. You know that.
He's a big baseball fan, and that's a baseball fan calling hockey boring.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
He used to be a part owner of the Mets, I believe.
Yeah.
That's right.
Lamar.
And he talked Jimmy Kimmel out of was the Golden Knights was a hockey team.
The Golden Knights, yeah.
So Jimmy Kimmel was going to buy into the Golden Knights. Bill Maher said, "Don't do that. It's a waste of money." And then missed out because they won the Stanley Cup, right?
They absolutely did.
Jimmy Kimmel could have been a Stanley Cup part owner of the Golden Knights.
What an idiot.
Your hockey fandom is why I think you would love watching soccer live.
And here's the thing, though, man, and on that sort of thing. Now, I haven't watched in a couple of weeks, but I have thoroughly enjoyed watching City and becoming a bit of a soccer fan. Like,
awesome.
I don't I don't get as crazy into it as I do with my Bills and stuff. But
I'm gonna
dude,
throw my mouse at you, man.
it's very entertaining to watch. Very entertaining.
It is.
I'm going tomorrow.
You're going to love it.
I'll be standing all 90 minutes.
Nah, no, you won't. Sundqvist won a Stanley Cup with us in 19 and with the Penguins in 2016. NFL fans will get an inside look at the most intriguing training camp ahead of 2023 NFL season with the New York Jets, who have been chosen for this year's team to be featured on HBO's Hard Knocks. We'll put some more information up on the blog about that.
I think it's so funny they forced the teams to do it.
Dude, and just Aaron, I'm just so Aaron Rodgers out.
Me too, man.
That like I love that show, and I have no interest in watching it because they're going to make it all about that dude.
Well, I mean, that's the story.
I get it.
I mean, isn't that the story of the season so far?
I understand it, but my issue with that guy is that I feel as though playing a team sport, he has a unique ability to make it completely about him. And that's the way it was in the last few years in Green Bay. And that's what really
But is it
soured me.
him that does it, or is the media?
I think it's both. But
doing that?
But what's he followed? What's he followed? The Tom Brady era. I mean, that's what these quarterbacks do for the most part.
You're right. You guys are both right as far as media goes, and he.
Thank you, Donnie.
But it just drives me nuts.
We'll leave it there.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
We'll leave it with I'm right.
Wow.
Thank you.
Double dinger.
Yeah,
Okay.
buddy. St. Louis City SC's 3-match winning streak was snapped on Wednesday night after falling 3-0 to LAFC. LAFC opened it up in the 77th minute and then put 2 on the board after that in the second half. City SC is still in first place in the Western Conference, but the standings are much tighter. City SC is on top with 38 points, while LAFC closed to within 2 at 36, and Seattle lost to stay 3 points back at 35. They'll play tomorrow here, Inter Miami. The U.S. men's national team fell to Panama 5-4 on penalty kicks after playing to a 1-1 draw in the 23 CONCACAF Gold Cup semifinals. Heartbreak after playing 120 minutes only 3 days before. The U.S. team went the distance again, faced back-to-back penalty shootouts for the first time in team history. That result ends the men's national team's run at this year's Confederation Championship as they lost in front of 32,000 at Snapdragon Stadium. Panama will go on to battle Mexico. And my money is on Mexico for that, although Panama looks pretty darn good. The 2023 MLB All-Star Game on Tuesday was eventful, headlined by a transcendent talent, and ended on a sweet note. But the ratings were pretty bad. This season's Midsummer Classic averaged a record low 3.9 rating and 7 million viewers, down 7% from last year's record lows of 4.21 and 7.5 million. The MLB All-Star Game has now set a record low in ratings with 5 of the past 7 seasons, 16, 18, 19, 22, 23. And
now it counts. Remember, it counts.
So what I'll say is it was all the plays, all the highlights, everything that I watched was awesome, except for I can't get over how crappy the uniforms were. Did you see it?
Yeah.
The American League had dark pants and dark jerseys. It looked like they were wearing jeans out there.
This completely works for the way that I watch things because I watched the entire All-Star game this year and enjoyed every second of it.
Oh,
I
really?
did, man. I did.
Well, you got one, MLB.
What about the uniforms? Didn't you like it when they used to wear like a alternate version of like the team's jersey that they were representing?
I did, but I did like the National League jerseys. The jerseys and pant combo. I did. American League not as much, but I liked the National
American League. The pants looked like jeans. Everybody looked like they were out there like they just got off the I'm telling you, dude, it looked wild. It looked cheap. It looked like they were in batting practice. I'm watching an All-Star game. Flash
I want
it up.
All-Star uniforms.
They did look kind of like glorified. They did look like glorified batting practice jerseys. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was so stupid. Yeah. I'm mooning at your sports because that was so stupid. Those uniforms. I mean, we're supposed to have opinions, man. I'm just bringing them.
You're entitled. I'm also entitled to.
What did you call me?
And we're also going to fight after the show. Come out to the Creve Coeur parking lot.
You know what?
We're going to roundhouse your ass.
We're going to reset. We're going to take a break. And Donnie's been working on jokes the entire show.
Yes. I've been watching him. He's been ignoring everything I said.
Donnie's been carefully crafting jokes. One-liners, if you would. And Donnie Fandango is going to give us the headline goo after the break.
Oh, wow.
It's 9:21. It's Friday. One final look at your traffic and weather, Moon, coming at you.
Point traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The wildest show in racing is this Friday and Saturday night at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Formula Drift is back for their only Midwest appearance. Go to www.raceway.com for more info. Guys, you're not going to believe this, but everything looks pretty clear. Your point forecast, hot and humid. High in the mid to low 90s. Thick humidity will create a heat index near 100. Possible storms, high of 95, low of 74. Right now it's 81 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
Thank you. Hey, before we get to Donnie Fandango and the headline goo, I just want to say a happy National Mac and Cheese Day to everybody.
Oh, and also with you.
God bless mac and cheese.
God bless mac and cheese, indeed.
Baked mac and cheese, cheap mac and cheese, shells and cheese, from the bottom to the top, off-brand. It is good. No?
Yes, second motion.
Oh, yeah. Donnie, what kind of mac and cheese do you prefer?
I would say that like shells and cheese are kind of my very
like Velveeta shells and cheese.
Yeah.
What do they call that with the liquid gold?
Yes.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it is completely not healthy. I think that
nobody's eating mac and cheese for health,
dude. But I think like every summer I would watch my brother and sister because my folks worked full time, and in those years of us growing up, I think we had macaroni and cheese virtually almost every day, and so like I cannot do like the Kraft mac and cheese stuff anymore. Like if we go out and like somebody has like maybe an upper end, like then I can get into that. But like.
Oh, you don't do the Kraft?
I cannot do it anymore, man. My kids love it. But for me, man, I just had it too many times. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I'll tell you what. I found a game changer for myself with any sort of mac and cheese or any of that kind of stuff. I crack pepper in it. Pepper is key. I basically crack pepper on everything now. I crack pepper on it, but I also put this stuff. And I'm trying to find which blend it is. It's a seasoning. It's like a chipotle, like a smoked chipotle, something or other. Maple something chipotle seasoning, and it's saltless and it's sugarless. And you put that on any sort of mac and cheese. And guys,
so it's like a chipotle mac and cheese.
It is like it's taking. You can take any mac and cheese, even the crap box, just like the really cheap, like off-brand one, right? And you will feel like you're in a 5-star restaurant.
Mm.
Okay, for me,
give that a whirl.
Any box mac and cheese is good. You know, the Velveeta shells and cheese or the Kraft, you know, the real cheap stuff. I know my wife buys the Annie's brand for the kids.
Had that.
I've never had a bad experience with any of those mac and cheeses in the box. I've had bad experiences with homemade mac and cheese.
And there's not that you want to hear this, but there's a Daya brand, which is vegan. Yeah, here we go. They have a vegan competition to the shells and cheese option. Hey, you know what? People are lactose intolerant. People are pooping their pants at the office.
Give me that, I'm throwing
they
in the
have to have Daya. All right?
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea doesn't happen when you go with Daya. You get it. Now, you have to eat it within an hour because if you go too long, it will be crap. But the Daya shells and cheese is good.
Lasts an hour.
That's a good point.
It's all getting eaten.
And don't you dare reheat it. The dry noodle Kraft mac and cheese, just throw it in the garbage.
Oh, if there's leftover Kraft mac and cheese, I'll put it in the fridge. I'll eat that cold.
Okay, that's grossing me out a little bit. I don't know why.
How is that
But
gross?
I'm grossed out. I don't know. I'm having a reaction.
Dang.
I don't know that there has to be like a reason, really. I mean, it just could be that way.
Like Dr. Pimple Popper.
Listen, whether you
reaction to
celebrate by, whipping up the classic mac and cheese from the box, or you cook from scratch, or you order it from a restaurant, man, mac and cheese, that's comfort food.
baked mac and cheese, little crumble.
So there's some specials going on today. Panera, $2 off mac and cheese orders today. You have to be a member of the My Panera loyalty program.
Always a catch.
Potbelly is doing something. Rewards program. If you're a part of that, down at Potbelly, get a cup of free mac and cheese with the purchase of an entree. That's right downstairs.
If you like mac and cheese, let me encourage you to just start throwing those spices in there. Throw spice and pepper. Like you're grilling. Like you're grilling or something. I'm telling you, you will go from liking to loving. It changes everything.
Noodles and Company, they're doing something today. They're calling it their Macapalooza.
Cute.
It's a 3-day celebration over there at Noodles & Co. So if you're a rewards member, you grab some mac and cheese at Noodles & Co. today. So happy Mac and Cheese Day. All right, Donnie?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, let's do it.
No.
What's going on in the news today?
All right, here is Donnie Fandango with your headline goose, sponsored by
Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes, your one-stop shop for all mailboxes. Needanewmailbox.com.
Thank you.
NASA's groundbreaking James Webb Space Telescope has celebrated its 1-year anniversary. Before the Space Telescope, the best way to view an ancient fading star was to catch a Madonna concert.
Too soon.
What do you mean too soon? She's still alive.
I know.
Scientists have invented the whitest paint ever in an effort to help cool the planet. The paint is so white, it plays pickleball in Crocs.
That's real. That's real.
I feel like I want to dedicate that joke to the U-Man.
Please.
U.S. officials have approved the first ever over-the-counter birth control pill. It'll be available everywhere but Nick Cannon's house. Chipotle just introduced a robot that makes guacamole, and to ensure that they still maintain the true Chipotle experience, the robot has been programmed to roll its eyes when you ask for extra sour cream.
All right.
The Secret Service says it concluded its investigation of the cocaine discovery found in the White House with no suspects. They also said they had a really fun office party this week. A giant wind farm will be built off the coast of New Jersey. It's a great way for New Jersey to create energy from how much it blows. A survey shows 1/3 of American couples have opted to sleep in separate beds. Sometimes it's due to snoring, but usually it's due to the husband crashing at his girlfriend's place. China is attempting to become only the second nation to put people on the moon. Instead of launching a spacecraft, they're just going to have every Chinese citizen stand on each other's shoulders. Research shows that even a small reduction in REM sleep may increase risk for an earlier death. Also, a lack of REM can lead to losing your religion.
Oh, my gosh.
Morgan Freeman has a nasty infection, but his rep says he's on the mend and should be back to narrating everything in no time.
All right, so you end with good news. You end with good news. That was well done, Donnie.
Thank you.
But you worked hard on those jokes all morning.
All morning.
All
I mean, I
morning.
got in here at the crack of 5:30.
All morning. Over the years, fast food restaurants have come up with some pretty wild menu ideas. Remember the KFC Double Down?
What was that? Oh, that was the
Double
buns
Down.
were made of chicken,
Yeah,
grilled
the
chicken.
buns were made of fried chicken.
Fried chicken, yeah.
Burn your hands off. while
Yeah,
you're
grilled
eating.
chicken. It's
No,
too
no,
healthy.
that's silly.
Silly. Yeah, it was a sandwich's bread was replicated by 2 pieces of fried chicken. So seeing menu items like these, it's easy to wonder what ideas for menu items didn't make the cut.
Mm-hmm.
Now a user on TikTok has gone viral after claiming to reveal one such item. A hash brown sandwich. Okay, so think about your favorite breakfast sandwich from a fast food place.
Yes.
Picture instead of the muffin, 2 hash browns. It works.
Yeah.
It works. Ooh. So this guy is a self-proclaimed former McDonald's corporate chef. He talks about creating a breakfast sandwich that features 2 hash browns instead of a bun. And he says, I was told it's too many calories, it's too operationally complex, and too many people would order it and it would make the kitchen just crash and burn. As somebody who was in the service, McDonald's.
Yes.
Worked at McDonald's for almost a year. Yeah, you get that fry station backed up. It's chaos. It's chaos in the kitchen. So the sandwich in the video that he made and he showed appeared to be like a McDonald's sausage patty, egg, and a slice of cheese, along with 2 hash browns that make up its bun. The sausage patty has 190 calories. The egg has 80 calories. The cheese has 50 calories, and each hash brown has 140 calories. That proposed sandwich would be 600 calories. Remember, he said, well, they told me it was too caloric. Mm-hmm. It's not. It wouldn't be the most. The cheesy jalapeno bacon quarter pounder with cheese double boasts 900 calories.
My goodness.
Wow. So while a kitchen may be able to handle this for the occasional order, he says goofy people are going to come and order 6, 8, 10 of these things. That would lead to a significant slowdown, making the idea potentially good in theory, but not possible in practice. You'd have lines around the building.
Dang.
Boy, but that sounds good.
Although you could just make your own.
True.
Just make your own.
I've been making some breakfast sandwiches when I get off work. I've been doing the English muffin, toast those, egg and cheese.
Yeah, man.
And it's awesome.
I love breakfast sandwiches.
Let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. There is something so wonderful about an English muffin.
I know.
It's the nooks and crannies.
It's very simple, but man, son of a gun, throw a little jelly on that bad mother.
Yep.
Woo!
Well, it's the nooks and crannies. That's what does it.
Little butter caves.
Little butter
100%.
caves.
Damn, that sounds good. I'm
Super delish.
so hungry right now.
Too.
All right, now I have the definitive list of best fast food sandwiches.
Woo. Okay. Definitive list.
You're like,
This is the
I'm
list.
going to comfy up on this one.
This is this website, Study Finds, did some digging, and they consulted all these different foodie review websites and compiled a list of the top 5 best fast food sandwiches. This is it, guys. This is the list. What do you think's number 1?
Man, are they going to say Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A was number 2. Their Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit was number 2, which is very good.
It's good. I have a tendency to feel like Chick-fil-A is a touch overrated. It's good, but
It's
like
good.
it's
It's
not
good.
like the greatest
People say
thing
it's
ever.
the end-all, be-all.
And
Like,
it's
oh,
not-
my God.
Yeah.
It's good. I've never had a bad meal there.
So number 1.
What is the number 1 best breakfast sandwich out there?
has to be McMuffin.
Breakfast? Oh, you said breakfast?
Breakfast sandwich.
Oh, because I was
Fast
going to
food
go
breakfast sandwich.
Popeye's chicken sandwich, but no, that's not breakfast.
Oh,
griddle?
then you know what? Just I bet you an OG like Egg McMuffin.
That's it.
Yeah.
OG McDonald's Egg McMuffin is the greatest breakfast sandwich of all time.
Yep. Sign me up.
Not too fancy. You don't need special things on there. We don't need to do special sauces. Just the simplicity of it.
And that's a that's a English muffin.
English muffin. Yeah. The OG. The true pioneer in the realm of fast food breakfast sandwiches. The Egg McMuffin from McDonald's is probably the all-around best breakfast sandwich.
Is there still a McGriddle available? Do they
That's
get
the
that
one
did
that
not
they
make
pump
the
full of
top
syrup?
5.
Is that the one that they pump full of syrup?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
okay, and
It's
that's
got the
like
little
1,400
syrup,
square.
like the little syrup pockets.
Yeah.
1,400 square calories.
Yes.
I mean,
The Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit
It's only 500.
is number 2.
is it really 500?
550
But it's
calories.
this big, right? Isn't it the little guy?
It's
It's the same size. It's the same size as a
Okay.
McMuffin.
Man, I gotta say those model pictures of it just look so perfect, so good.
I would love to be a food or a photographer. Yeah.
The number 3 best breakfast sandwich out there, they say, is the Wendy's Breakfast Baconator.
Ooh, that is very
Heard
good.
about that.
The breakfast bacon.
The
But you got to be
Breakfast
hungry for
Baconator.
that son of a bitch, man. That thing is a beast.
Breakfast baconator.
Yeah, it is
Ooh.
eggs, six strips of bacon, sausage, cheese with a Swiss cheese sauce.
And is it on toast, like Texas toast?
No,
bun.
it's a soft bun.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It is 730 calories, which is almost half the recommended calories per day. So might as well just get out of the way at the beginning of the day.
Yo, this is it right here. This is how it looks, like that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Breakfast Baconator.
gosh. I mean,
Yeah.
that is attractive.
And I'm going to tell you, it is delicious.
Look at that melted cheese. Oh,
Well, that's the
talking
Swiss
about-
cheese sauce.
We've been talking about damn burgers all week on this show, and I've been asking my husband, can we please go to Blueberry Hill so I can get my burger experience with my soft cheddar? And like my mouth, we're going tonight. My mouth is like watering right now.
That's my favorite burger in town, man.
It is me
Oh,
too.
yeah.
The story, man. At Blueberry Hill,
With the pup cheese on there?
Actually, I might just even go like a regular Swiss or something on mine. But I just the way that they're cooked, it's perfect every goddamn time.
It really is. Get the cheese
That's a good
curds.
burger. That is a good burger.
And also, too, man, that spot is not expensive.
No.
For what it is now in 2023, like when we go out with the family, like it is
I do
it is
like the
very
simplicity
relative.
of it too.
And
I like
great
just walking in, getting a seat.
And
Service is always good.
that menu is not overly complicated.
No.
And everything out in that damn menu is delicious,
It is.
man. God, I want one of those burgers.
Number 4, as far as best breakfast sandwiches go, it's the Burger King fully loaded croissant sandwich.
I don't know what that is.
That's
Love
a
a
lot. That's a
croissant
lot.
bun.
That's a lot of stuff on there too, man. That's the eggs, the bacon, the cheese, the sausage, the ham.
Yeah, does Burger King like make it a thing to make sure that they're overlapping all the borders? Like, you know, like any sandwich, even if it's like that Impossible Burger or something that's or Impossible Whopper, which I know the Whopper is supposed to be like a bigger bun. It's the lettuce is always like 3 times the size. There's always pour out.
Dude, that's a great question. Like, do they do that on purpose?
Maybe that's the illusion of health.
No, I just mean like you know what I mean. Like you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly
all
what
the
you're talking
Burger King
about.
stuff doesn't fit in like the stack. It's always like wah.
Yeah.
I think it's to create the illusion of I'm eating something kind of healthy because it's got vegetables on it.
I guess that could be that too.
And then number 5 is the McDonald's sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin.
That's my go-to. I love that bad boy.
Yes, that's a tasty little sandwich.
Yeah, and just
Tasty little sandwich.
like look at the Whopper compared to everything else. You know, like it always has overlap. It always has overflow. Whereas everything else is kind of in the border of the bun.
Are we missing a good breakfast sandwich?
Does Shake Shack make a breakfast thing?
There is an ultimate breakfast sandwich at Jack in the Box that I love. That's my favorite. Because the Wendy's
having a
Baconator.
good breakfast at Hardee's.
Oh, dude, that's a good call because their biscuits are.
Their biscuits are great. I
fantastic.
think they had the best breakfast biscuit around.
At least those to me taste like the freshest of any fast food spot.
Those are my favorite breakfast biscuits.
So this Jack in the Box breakfast, the ultimate breakfast sandwich, just looks like they didn't try anything special. They just said we're going to put everything for breakfast on this one thing and
Here it
hand
is.
it to you in the biggest thing that we can.
Here it is.
Hey, are Jack's Jack in the Box? Is that the same place? Or is it a different place? I passed a lot of Jacks recently. It just
No,
says
I think
Jack's.
it's probably a separate.
That's a different
I think
thing.
it's a separate thing.
Nobody's been there.
Hey, everybody, go forth and eat.
I'm starving.
Have fun.
so hungry right
We'll
now.
take one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up. All right, that is it for us. First off, thank you, Donnie, for coming in and
No problem.
hanging out. Anything to plug?
I got a few things, man. One, Ribs and I cut a new episode of the Last Minute Blues podcast. That is up now. I've got Alt 101 coming up today at 12 noon. We've got a bunch of great album anniversaries to celebrate. And then I'll be back Sunday night at 7 o'clock for 2 hours of brand new music for New Music Sunday.
All right,
so
there you go.
Got
Thank
that
you.
going on.
Great, Donnie Fandango. Thank you very much. Today's Pappy's Recappy.
Brought to you by Pappy's Smokehouse, St. Peter's. It's your summer barbecue headquarters, Highway 70 and Mid Rivers Mall Drive. We covered a lot today. We played just the two of us, and we had a lot of fun with that. We even squeezed in some food news, sports, crap on celebrities, Rizz news, everything. It's all up on the blog for you, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. Today, the podcast, which is available on Apple Podcasts. We got Spotify, of course, and now the YouTube playlist for all the shows. The title is, I Don't Care How You Shake Your Milk.
All right.
Yeah, find out who shakes their milk.
That you can take a guess.
Yeah. I know Moon and Lern tomorrow, Prestige Pools are having a
right.
tent sale.
That's
Yeah.
right. Out at the factory parking lot, out
By the main event.
Yep, you will see us right in front of the main event. We're gonna have tents out there. They got all sorts of different specials. This is the time, and I guarantee you, my wife is gonna be there shopping.
All right.
Shopping.
What time you guys going to be out there?
11 to 1.
11 to 1 tomorrow in Chesterville, right there on the valley.
We're going to have Godsmack tickets to give away as
That's
well.
right.
Oh!
Tickets. Come up, say hi, say energy up.
Big ticket alert, guys.
Show coming up on Tuesday, too. And I believe that show kicks off the North American tour for those
right
guys.
on.
So I think it's the first run.
So I'm at Sonic Temple Festival. They brought out Brad Whitford of Aerosmith to come do some covers. So they might be having some guests come with them as well.
Oh, well, I'm waiting by the phone. What else? Anything else, ladies and gentlemen?
That's it.
That's it.
Well, we leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz member today, which is brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From Riot City, Natasha Newport is our Team Rizz member today.
Yeah, Natasha.
And she wants to hear this song. I've never heard it before, so we're all going to hear it for the first time together.
Wow.
Have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday.
Energy up.